everybody. Happy Sunday, September 15th.
Hello, everyone.
Just starting on a new painting. I've been frantically kind of scribbling this one out so it looks like something by the time I started Twitch. But so far, so good. I'll be mostly working on this painting, this new one. I'm just starting throughout the evening. I might also do a bit of canvas print embellishing near the end, depending on how much time we have and how far I get on this painting.
And just double check everyone in the room. You can hear the music. I think we can't, though, for some reason.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know about my computer, man.
And let us know how the sound is.
Yeah.
You sound okay?
I can't hear anything on the speaker on my computer right now. So, Not that I use it that often, except for stuff like Twitch.
Help says doing fine.
Okay.
Wait, he says he's doing fine. Okay.
Oh, well, that's good to know, Blobhelp.
Yeah, it sounds so quiet in here. That's okay.
It does, yeah. Usually I hear the music as well, so it's kind of something to paint to. I don't want to put, like, my earphones in. That would be rude. Let's see. I don't know how good this camera is.
Okay, Tigger says the sound is fine. Thank you.
Okay.
So, yeah, I see the audio bouncing up and down for the music. I just
like
we don't hear it.
The little
so
thingies.
That's kind of fun here.
Okay. Maybe I can hear one of the cats eating. They're making loud, crunchy noises. I don't know how much of this shows up. I've just got my very thin, kind of sketchy line work on here. And I've started to put a little bit of the lower toned and higher toned colors on here, too.
Oh, she's going to be great.
But yeah, she's going to be lovely. It's getting me that time of year again. Is she in a good place for the camera that you can see, babe?
I can see a large bit of her.
Okay. I can scoot her around when I'm working on her.
Directly under her, like, where her wing connects to her back. I see a little skull on her skirt, I think.
Oh, yeah, I put some skulls on her skirt.
And then all the way up to the top of the flowers that are
okay.
big. So I can see a large
perfect.
chunk of the painting, probably the meat of going to work on.
Yes. I'll probably, well, depending on what I work on, too, I can always scooter around. I've got this close-by camera here, and then I've got my far-away camera, but that one doesn't show as good from what I've seen. I don't usually watch my own broadcasts, so it's hard for me to know what's going on. Who is that? Is that Rio talking to the window?
Yeah, that's Rio.
I bet the birds are out there.
I'm sure the little
morning
doves are.
We have so many morning doves out there. Our cats love to chitter at them. You know how cats will talk to birds differently than they do other animals, more different than squirrels. They'll go kind of and they chitter at them.
Yeah, so
it's very cute.
Jasmine, I want to thank everyone for coming out last night.
Oh goodness, yeah.
I see some
at Disney World here in Florida. We've had so many shows lately.
Names in the room of people that were there.
Yeah.
Last night. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope you had a good time.
See you guys. Yeah.
I think some of the people weren't able to. They waited so long at the pop gallery. They got their stuff signed.
Yeah, we had people bringing stuff from the Pop Gallery over to the Wonderground Gallery at Disney Springs yesterday, and that's fine. As long as it's fine with the cast members, it's always fine by me. So.
Right. Always check with the cast members before what the rules are.
Yeah.
So everyone asks us, and
I don't know. I don't know until I get there.
We don't know either.
It depends who's working and how crowded it is and whatever. On how. And sometimes they'll let me sign like 50 things for something. Sometimes they're like, nope, no more than 2. So yeah. Whichever. Oh, I should talk about our prizes because I want to talk about my calendars anyway.
So, do you know the order, Jasmine?
Oh yeah, sure. I would inherently because I understand the system. There's a mouse on this one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, like this sort of mouse. I don't even know what that goes to. Okay.
It goes to.
Oh, okay. What's over here?
The computer that's running everything. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Please don't click on it.
Huh? Oh, okay. Well, I'll put it on top of my calendars then, man. Okay.
Oh, but it was a nice flat surface. I was very happy.
These calendars are very flat. They're lovely. We've got I have 2 different sizes of wall calendars this year. I have a new company that is publishing my calendars, and these are available worldwide, and you can get them online. If you get them at Book Depository, you can get them shipped for free worldwide. So if you live in Argentina or the United Kingdom, doesn't matter. You can get it free shipping worldwide. You can buy it right now, and Matt will have a link to it. Or you might win one tonight. I wouldn't rely on it, but you'll know in the next hour or 2. But our first one is the mini wall calendar, and these are cool because I don't know if you can tell, but they're like the gold bits are actually shiny. It's pretty neat. Little sparkles all over it. And this is a regular wall calendar, but it's tiny. And it's got all of these pictures in it. All pictures. I haven't really even looked at them yet all that much. Oh, look at the midsummer ones in April. I don't decide what month they go to. It's kind of a neat one because it was a good use for a lot of my smaller paintings and faces of fairy, like little square paintings. They were a piece of cardboard.
The calendars are fantastic. The
yeah, they're
one
very
is
well
amazing.
done. Yeah, the big one's awesome too, but it's neat that they have a mini one because it's like a full-sized one. Yeah, that stops it from getting bent up.
Oh, that's
so cute.
It's just...
Yup. Yay! Free cardboard.
I learned to always keep the cardboard in there.
Yeah. But
So
very nice. We'll have one. I'll sign it for you too.
Don't lose that cardboard, Jasmine.
I won't lose it. Oh my gosh, cardboard man. Okay. And then here's the big calendar. This is like a regular sized wall calendar. That will be our second prize that we're giving out. Again, I never know like if the lights are gonna hit it right, but the gold accents on this are like gold foil embossed, very fancy. A lot of Alice, a lot of Dolly sort of things happening lately.
I like the sparkles.
I do too. And these are all the pictures that are in there. There's a lot of little dragons. Yeah.
Did you show the glow of the pumpkin last?
You know, I tried to last time, but I think it was too light out. Oh, sorry. I just saw they actually embossed like the little numbers on the phone for the lobster telephone.
By the way, pin patrons, I personally checked every single one to make sure they glow.
Yes, and Matt's
glowed,
shipped out
glowed.
glue. They glowed.
I don't like the word glowed.
They did glowed.
Did glowed.
Yeah. Lots of lovely ones in this. And calendars are fun because you can chop them up.
I will not be friends with you if you call me cardboard man. I don't like
well, you were being very concerned with cardboard, to be fair, but
please do not call me that. I don't like to be... I don't like when people... I know that Nintendo guy likes boxes. I personally hate them.
Matt
and
loves
I don't
boxes
like
so much
people,
you wouldn't believe it.
I'm almost not joking.
I
don't like
know.
when people joke about boxes.
Well, it's funny. Like our nephew Theo, remember, he was like, Uncle Matt really loves boxes, doesn't he?
I've gotten so much of that since I started working for Jasmine that it's really upset me.
Our cats love the boxes. Our cats will just go to town on a box. Tigreal will eat a corner of a box and throw a corner of it away. Like take a bite, throw it away. Take a bite, throw it away. They like sitting in boxes. Now this is not a prize, but I want to show this too because this is another calendar product that is from the new company.
It's cute.
It is cool. It's like magnetic. It's like a piece of wood or cardboard or something, and it's hardcover. And this is the 2020 diary, and it is also super shiny, gold embossed, and it works like a weekly planner sort of thing that's in here. Yay! Lovely. I've already got stuff written in it because this one's mine. This is not a prize. The first two will be prizes, and then this one isn't because it's got like my convention dates and stuff like that in it. But we do have one more prize, and that'll be at the end of the day. And this is via Moobot, the random number generator thingy here at Twitch. And this is one of the pins that we had at DragonCon. So if you weren't able to get it at DragonCon, maybe you'll get one here. And this is called Baby DragonCon Dragon.
It's a beautiful
and
pin.
He's so cute. He's a little
colors.
Cutie. Yeah, it's got the official DragonCon colors, and he was one that we handed out at DragonCon. This is one of mine that I always keep aside for Twitch. Also, I have a handful of these I'll be giving away to my Patreon pin collector people randomly. I only have like, I think 6 others or something, or 5. I forget how many I have. I'd have to count. But those ones I will be giving away to my Patreon patrons who are in the pin collector group. I'm randomly going to send those out to you guys. I'll make a post when I get a chance, up at Patreon about that, because I have some of the bags and stuff from DragonCon that I want to give away also. And let's see, that is it for prizes.
When are you going to give away the bags for Patreon?
Probably sometime this week.
Oh, this week? Okay.
Yeah. That's why I was asking you if you had them here.
Oh, yeah, I
at the other
definitely
house.
have them handy, so just let me know. You can spread them out and make a pretty photo.
Oh, yeah.
But don't do it in the backyard because the lizard might
I
hop
won't.
in there.
I know. Yeah, that's true. We gotta watch out for our yard. I can talk a little bit more about this painting I'm doing here. Some of you may recognize her because she's actually a statue.
Oh, Jasmine.
Yes.
We're not getting magic sounds.
Uh-oh.
But Kendra.
Oh yeah, my computer
just
isn't making noise.
Subscribed again. So I'll
thank
let you
you.
know when
Yeah,
I
let me
see
know
it.
if something like that happens because usually I hear a little bring sort of magic noise and now it's
Yeah,
not
so
because
I think,
my computer's down.
I think we just need to restart your computer's good generally.
I hate computers. Alright.
But Jasmine, if you didn't have computers, you wouldn't get to show off your artwork online.
That's true. I'd have to do it in real life. Anyways, some of you might know I've done a series of figurines with the Hamilton collection that are available for purchase now, if you like. That are some of my Dia de Muertos characters that are sitting on top of skulls, and the skulls, like, they glow in the dark. And I don't have one here, unfortunately. The box I had something else in it because it was a box that we had not had right. But anyways, I was going to show you one, but I've got pictures I can show you of the statues, and they are very super cute, and they glow in the dark, and they're pretty big too. They're neat. But anyway, so I've got my concept art from the color model that they tested out at the Hamilton collection. They're like, this should be this color, this one should be this color, and all that. And so they've got like this computer digital version of what the original line art or sketch looked like. So I am kind of showing this while I'm painting this one. So we actually have a painting that
People
has
are loving
prints.
them, Jasmine.
Yeah, they're super cute. Here's another one from the series. I like her. She's one of my favorite. She's got like a gold kind of skull. And also, we've got the little teacup ones, and these I think you can get at the Pop Gallery right now too at Disney Springs. You can buy them if you're at Disney World. Otherwise, you can buy them online worldwide from Enchanted Treasures Gifts, or you can buy them from the Hamilton Collection / Bradford Exchange. And if you want the painting or the prints, I will be making those and selling those myself.
No, Jasmine, yeah. I was thinking that maybe I should start taking more photos, like things of Pop Gallery stuff.
Yeah.
Just to pop them in our slideshow.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd like to.
If you could show me,
I kind of just randomly threw things in there.
Switch slideshows while we're live?
Yeah, sure. All it does is it goes to a folder destination. The OBS does, and you can plop things in that folder or rename a different folder, and it start going that as far as the file path goes. I think.
Yeah,
again, I'm
you're
not
probably
a
right.
person,
It's funny how the whole when I think about the internet, how much of it's all just like a weird facade.
It is.
Like
it's a series of tubes.
It's like just to please our eyes or to make us see something flat.
Yeah.
Like it all merges together.
That's
it's just
it does.
I don't know. It's so silly.
Yeah. I try not to think about it too much.
Yeah, let's not think about it.
So right now I've got most of the line art done. I've changed some things from the original concept design for the statue. I'm changing some of the colors a bit. We actually did a few different test markets of the color layout for the statue, which is why if I look at this old concept art I have, it looks different than the statue ended up looking like. She had some yellow in her hair, and people didn't like that, so we made it all purple because people like purple. And originally I think we were going to have the skull eyes be purple, and we ended up making them glow in the dark instead, which is kind of neat if you have it in real life. But when you're having a print, maybe I want it to pop a little bit more. In the background, and my previous ones, I've been looking at this one a lot because I was like, oh, her face is kind of based off of this one a little bit. I'm going to put different paint on it though. But I had very bright colored flowers around her. On this one, since she herself, the main character, is going to be very brightly colored, I don't want to overwhelm people with like rainbow all over the place on this specific painting. That's not what I'm going for. So in the background I'm going to have some leaves and flowers, but I'm going to keep it kind of either very desaturated or monochromatic. So I'm going to have flowers kind of in the background, but it'll be kind of gray in the distant, and then she herself will be very brightly colored. Similar colors to the one that is in the concept design we did for the statue.
Gray and distant?
Yeah. Monochromatic.
Are you listening to Morrissey again?
I sometimes am listening to Morrissey.
Oh, so that Nintendo guy gets points because he was singing Dragon Ball Z to the Dragon Con pin.
Oh, that works, yeah.
Switch out the lyrics. Very funny. I've got that song stuck in my head, but it's better than the other songs.
Yeah. Had some problems with earworms lately.
Dune level. Not Dune level. Star Trek level.
Oh,
Where they
oh.
put the worms in your ears.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking worms.
You're thinking
Dune,
I was thinking like babelfish.
sci-fi,
Yeah.
spice,
I was thinking
Desert
like in
planet. Spice.
You're talking about Dune a lot today. What's up with that?
Well, I was saying there's a certain organization that had something set up, and I was like, hey, maybe they could get more people to sign up if they said they were B'nai Gesserit.
Oh, yeah.
And Jasmine's like, well, for girls maybe. I'm like, well, you're right, but unless you're a very, very special guy.
Yeah.
It's rare.
It is rare. Mr. Trees.
Use the quit that hat around.
I love that little girl.
With
She's
that
great.
cat, right, give a dog a bone.
No.
This soul.
Yeah.
I
I was gonna say, what rhymes with that? What? Okay.
Last week there was talk of glow-in-the-dark elements on pins. I'm curious if you'd consider having the eyes being the glow-dark element.
I think I have done before, didn't I? Luna Moth's, the Patreon pin we did, I think her eyes glowed. And what's the first glow? Releasing Fireflies, her eyes had glow in the dark on them. Of course, with the glow in the dark, that does vary a little bit from pin to pin because they're hand done, so sometimes parts of them will be glowy and parts of them won't be.
I think this last one you have.
This last one is very consistent
more
because
cut dry,
yeah.
Not like us individual sparkles, but more the glow from the white and the pumpkin.
Yeah.
You guys will be getting your pins soon if you're.
Yeah. If you are a Patreon patron,
And if you're
you'll
not
be getting
Patreon pin group and you want that pin, we will probably have it up fairly soon on the website.
Yeah, I'll probably be popping that up online tomorrow. Where is that one? Pumpkin. Yep, there she is. This is the one people are talking about.
I like it
It
because
does-
it
it does
glows
glow in the-
orange, like
Yeah, it
a
glows
candlelight would.
really, I think it's kind of. Yeah, I guess the glow's a little bit more orange.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks like
a
fire.
good event.
Like,
I wish it was darker out. It's
Yeah,
still
however
daytime here,
the
so.
fire comes through a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah,
It looks just
exactly.
like that.
Yeah. She didn't. I didn't put light in her eyes, did I? I think I just put it on the pumpkin. Let me see. This is one I'll probably be popping these up at strangeling.com tomorrow. And of course, if you're a Patreon patron, $25 pin collector person, you'll already be getting this one.
Yeah, I shined a flashlight on each one individual
Yeah, to make sure that.
and went into a very dark room.
Yeah. I was gonna turn my lights off real quick and see if I'm gonna hold this to a light and see if it's probably too bright in here. I think I tried this last time and it was too bright out. Depends what time of year it is. Before, let's see. Can you see?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. See, I think when I look at it, it looks like it glows bright green to me.
It does, but I swear it didn't. It didn't in the
Ooh.
Maybe I just went nuts, but I swear when I did it, it kind of glowed more orange.
Glowed.
Glued.
Enamel,
Anyway, it's gonna
not
glow.
glowed, but yes, they glow. They're lovely, and they are in stock, and we'll be mailing these out. You can actually get them in time to wear them around Halloween time, or all year, which is. He's one of 2 pumpkin pins that are currently out. The other one is Alan in Autumn, and she is at the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. So those of you, that's where I'm going to be next weekend, and the weekend after that. I've got a gallery there that is open every time the Renaissance Fair is open. It's a permanent building, so even when I'm not there, my artwork is there, and you can get Alan and Autumn pins there.
Yes, and
It's the only place you can get them.
I wouldn't promise it, but you might even see a few of those glowy and the darky ones.
Yes, I'm sure you probably will. And this painting I'm working on right now will be one I will be bringing for the scheduled painting demonstration times at the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. There's like a couple hours each day they have me painting, and I'll have an easel set up in front of my building, weather permitting. It's kind of under a tree, so even if it rains a little bit, it's not a big deal. But I will be working on this painting. If you'd like to see me paint live in person, you can come there and watch me paint. She's got, in the character in the figurine of mine is kind of purple and pink in her hair, but I want parts of it to be darker than lighter. So even though I'm putting dark brown and blue on here, I'm just using that as a marker for me to say, hey, that's going to be a more shadowy area when I start putting a wash of purple or a wash of pink on top of her hair. Make it look kind of curly. putting a lot of colors on here yet. In some ways, this is kind of the more boring part of painting as far as watching, but it's where a lot of my early decisions are being made when I'm working.
I was thinking about interest requests that you got in paintings in the past, and I remember it was a long, maybe about 10 years ago, and someone said Kylie Minogue painting.
Well, there's she was a fairy in Moulin Rouge. Remember, she's the absinthe. Probably because she's the absinthe fairy in that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
like
she's kind of a little Tinkerbell. Yeah, she's not a big part of it.
Fairy,
and there she was.
That's a good movie.
That is a good movie. I'm not always one for musicals, but that one.
I like more than I realize because I often don't realize that nearly every Disney movie is
That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. Really like some musicals.
Kylie Minogue, is she originally from Australia?
Yeah, she's Aussie. She's very popular in England, though. More so than America.
Yeah, I remember Men Behaving Badly, they would talk about
her.
her.
Kylie, yeah.
Kind of like their Madonna.
Yeah, kind of.
More poppy. I mean, even more poppy.
Well, Madonna's their Madonna. I don't know.
Madonna's everyone's Madonna.
There you go. But yeah, she pop music. I don't know if she really had songs over here that were all that popular. She did that did she do a copy of the or a redo of the Locomotion?
First Sight was one.
Did she do a version of Locomotion, or am I thinking of somebody else?
It's someone else.
Okay.
I think Katrina.
Yeah, I'm not. Pop music is not really.
One?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I should know that.
They're Brits. Waves are.
Yeah, they are. Mostly talk about them when we accidentally step on our kitty cat Sunshine.
All right, so those of you who just joined us, we have raffle at the usual times.
Yep. On the hour?
On the hour coming up. And the two after that have a mini wall calendar.
Yep.
We have a
big wall calendar. And then we have a baby Dragon Con Dragon pin.
Baby Dragon Con Dragon
pin. Yeah. Well, he's a variant off of the baby red dragon.
Kylie did do Locomotion. Okay.
Ha! Called it. I know so much about pop music.
It's been covered so many times.
I don't know why. It's kind of a terrible song. I don't know.
It's not that great.
As far as songs go, there are better ones out there. I can say that with confidence.
I've never actually done a Locomotion. I mean, I want to.
I think there was a time when I used to roller skate, like at skating parties and things that when I was a kid, they would play that and people would go out and do something and I would always kind of go hide in the bathroom.
I think we have a very international audience.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to hear. I think skating parties are a very American thing.
Probably.
Do you have skating parties in other countries?
Like for children, like their school,
all the time.
The school would have a skating party once a month.
Weekly until people started bringing guns.
Well, that's a very American thing. Bring your gun to the skating party. Yeah, it happened like 5 times at the skating party.
Oh my gosh, she's looking cute.
Isn't she darling?
She's got some Farrah Fawcett hair almost.
It's because Farrah Fawcett has amazing hair. Yeah.
Oh, that was sad. Farrah Fawcett.
I know. She had wonderful hair. I wish my hair looked like that.
Skateland was where it was. Oh, Kay Harmon is well, that's because Kay Harmon is from KC.
Local. Oh, hey, yeah. There's Skateland North, and
but they had that at
South.
In Grandview, and then it started getting scary.
Yeah, we used to be at one of them.
It's because teenagers would hang out there, and then their older friends, or
their creepy boyfriend or their evil stepdad would come and bring a gun and ruin it for everybody.
Gabriel has roller skating lessons at school. I don't know if that's
wow. They have lessons at school for roller. Oh,
it's like a cultural.
I know they still do it because my nieces and nephews go to skating parties.
It's like if you guys
the school kind of rents it out. Matt
cannot
roller skate, man. Yeah.
But mine might fall off because I'll.
Yes.
Oh gosh, it's
probably.
So painful.
It is painful.
Because it's like my butt instantly hits the ground. It's like it teleports to the ground with an immense amounts of pain.
I haven't done it for ages, but I was pretty good at roller skating when I was a kid. It's one of the only sort of sporty type things I did much of.
And I've tried numerous times.
Yeah,
I give up quickly because of the pain.
Yeah.
And the laughter.
That too.
All the laughter and the pain.
Yeah. Oh, you're making me remember school now.
Except there was laughter.
Yeah.
Pain.
Directed at me.
I love skating and went every weekend and did speed skating, and after
cool.
not skating for years, tried showing my kids how I landed on my back.
Oh.
Ice skating is where it's at. Says
I've
you're
never
from
been.
north, up
Yeah,
north.
I have never been ice skating, even once. Of course, I'm in Florida, but I wasn't
It was
always.
amazing. You know what I did? Here's what I did. So everyone was skating, and I just.
So you still went to the skating parties and you didn't skate?
I played video games.
They usually had an arcade or something stuck next to them back then.
In movie theater level food. from the
Yeah, they
80s.
would have like nachos or maybe.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I probably at that time though.
Mhm.
Think about it. I was a little boy. I probably had some cool crush. I
Mhm.
probably liked watching the girls skate around or something. I don't know.
Maybe so.
But I don't remember that. I only remember playing Galaga. So maybe I didn't.
I remember they had something called couple skate, and it's like they'd play some horrible slow music, like slow dance music from the 80s, and they would expect people to go bring their boyfriend out there.
So Bob said they had glow sticks.
Ah,
It sounded like pre-rave.
yeah, it's more of a slower.
Actually, that you know what?
Motorized
All the 80s
wheelbase.
skating probably brought in all the rave madness of the 90s.
Yeah, probably.
But I would not drink someone's Coca-Cola at a rave. Who knows what? I broke my arm skating when I was 12.
Oh.
Bone sticking out of the.
Oh,
out of skin and
ow,
everything.
oh my
I haven't
gosh.
skated since. Ugh.
I don't want to
Please
sound like
stay
we're
away from
against
that.
skating. I think skating's fun.
Karen tried ice skating once. It's hard. I bet ice hurts like a.
I was gonna say, then
Yeah.
you fall down and then you're cold. Things that make me very cold, I tend to stay away from, which is probably why I've never investigated ice skating, even though I like roller skating. Oh no. I've never done roller derby either, and I think that kind of looks fun.
It looks fun to watch.
Oh, I think it looks fun to do. And knock into people and stuff. I've had several acquaintances and relatives that have done that. I
Yeah,
have not.
it looks fun. So I don't. It seems to be a. I mean, I don't know how many guys do it. Like,
I don't know. Everybody I know who's done roller derby has been female, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's exclusively for females.
you're cold and wet if you fall on ice. That sounds awful.
Yeah, that's
Those
it.
are like
I try to avoid that.
things
Yeah,
I
I used
hate.
to have to walk to school in the snow and stuff, and I hated that more than anything. And fall down, and your clothes are all wet for the day. And
Rollerball. Is that the movie from the 70s? That was like a dystopic. The lovely dystopia of the 70s.
Oh yeah, they had some dystopia then. Yeah.
I find ice skating much easier than roller skating.
I've heard that.
I don't. You're skating on knives.
Well, some people say it's easier to stand up on the ice
Ow.
skates. I don't know.
Yep,
Maybe
with
it kind
James
of digs
Caan.
in a bit.
I remember that. I saw that movie at the drive-in.
You know, a lot of movie at drive-ins. Man.
Well, 70s dystopia was a popular thing to have.
It
at the
was.
drive-in.
It kind of came around
Logan's
again
Run.
in the 2000s,
And
whatever.
rollerball. The original. Think of Westworld.
Oh yeah.
Those are all wonderful. Way better, in my opinion, than Hunger Games.
Well, you're a man in his mid-40s. I don't think Hunger Games is aimed at you.
Oh, it's aimed straight at
Is
me.
it? Okay. Well,
Kylie
it
Minogue
missed
was
its
once in a
mark.
Doctor Who. Bonus points if y'all can remember the episode.
What did you say, babe?
I don't.
I
have
didn't
to.
hear
I
what
have
you said.
Google. Kylie Minogue was in a Doctor Who episode.
Oh,
I think I've seen it.
I probably have. I'm trying to think who she was in it.
The Christmas one.
Oh, the Titanic one? Or which one?
Yeah, which
Is
Christmas?
she in the Titanic?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I'm sometimes bad at what I know. England likes to do a Christmas episode for all their programs. Sometimes those ones aren't sequential, or they're kind of like an extra thing in addition to a normal series. So sometimes I don't remember those ones as good.
The Running Man was the original,
Yeah.
except it was better acted
Uh,
with better accents.
I haven't haven't really seen the Hunger Games, so I
Have to
don't
get
know.
to the
I'll
uplink
take your
code.
word for it.
The uplink code. I was so worried that Arnold wouldn't get to the uplink code.
You're still
Also,
worried.
it had Mick Fleetwood in it.
Oh, yeah. It did. I forgot that.
And all the colorful bad guys. So wonderful.
Yeah.
Running Man is
Something.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I could watch it 50 times in a row.
you probably have.
I've seen the episode, and I believe it's the Titanic one.
Yeah, thought so.
Is Titanic Christmas?
Yeah, that's a Christmas episode. It was in between series.
And you
like
guessed
seasons.
it, Jasmine. You get bonus points.
But
You didn't
all
even look at the
right.
screen.
I need more bonus points in my life.
Yeah. Okay. In what form will these bonus points come in, Shaylee?
No.
How will you reward us? Yeah, I think she's bluffing.
Yeah. See, and now I come calling my bonus points and.
See, we always get asked for stuff, and I'm gonna start asking I'm gonna start getting prizes from people in the room.
No,
I'm
don't.
gonna have a
People
map
really
raffle,
send you
your
stuff,
name's
and we
gonna
don't have
come up, and that
room.
means
Huh?
you have to send me a prize.
I don't think it
Oh,
should.
suddenly the room went down to 0.
Oh, hey. Gosh, it's pouring rain out now.
I'm scared.
That was all of a sudden. Yeah.
I'm not really.
Hey, I haven't even looked at
It's
that.
not like it's a box.
I haven't seen that new hurricane. I mean, when's that supposed to be here? I haven't even looked.
Moon on a stick. I bet you I can do that for you. What sort of language do you speak? What, is this an ancient tongue?
A type of English, perhaps?
Moon on a stick.
That sounds tasty. Is it something you get? Is it like what an
Or is it
eater
an
of stars
expression
would
like
have? Or is
moon
it...
on a stick?
Oh,
I
moon
can
on
totally
a
do
stick.
that.
Is it like Christ on a cross? It just kind of...
Jasmine,
Oh.
that's a.
What? I'll say that. That's
That's
not...
good.
As far as my swears go, that ain't a
music
bad
is
swear.
getting louder. Well,
Uh-oh. Is it just a crescendo, or is it...
Is it just?
Is it...
I will tell you if it just started or it is like in the thing. The music does go up and down. I know that from listening. It's an expression.
Moon on a stick. I don't know that one. Is it Southern
Moon
or
pie on a
is
stick.
it Australian or British?
It's
or something,
Shaylee.
Oh, Shaylee's saying it. Okay, I don't see the TV. I don't know who's talking. Okay, gotcha.
My phone is
Moon on a
evidently
stick.
typing it for me. Is an English expression, I suppose.
Okay.
It's hard
Is
to
it
tell.
like
As long
you
as can
type
still hear
something
us
in your
blob.
phone?
If you
Okay.
can still hear us fine, the music is fine. I'm
Okay.
gonna mess with it unless it's
Yeah, because I
really a
can't hear
problem.
the music at all. But if it's starting to make it so you can't hear
Okay, so
us
Rick says the
talking.
music is nice.
Okay. It might have just been a
But
crescendo.
I appreciate the feedback.
Yes.
I always like that.
Yeah, because if we can't hear, again, for those who didn't hear the first part, we can't today, for some reason, my computer's being dumb, and we can't literally hear what is being broadcast. So,
Of course, I found this out 15 minutes before.
as
broadcast,
per
so,
usual.
yeah.
Look a bit more on the scholarship too. I'll show you what I've been doing so far. I've mostly been going through and thinking about where they're going to be shadows. And I'm putting a mixture of Van Dyke Brown and Payne's Gray along the edges of my sketch where I think there's going to be a darker bit meeting a more mid-toned or brighter bit. And when I gessoed this piece of wood, I went in with kind of terracotta theme because I know I want to have kind of a neutral ground in the background. I often go with a neutral brown, neutral blue-gray if it's a mermaid. She's going to be above ground because she's a fairy, and of course she's going to have more tan sort of skin because it's Dia de Muertos.
Not one of
so
those
I'm
underground fairies, Jasmine?
Yeah, not one of those underground,
Well,
yeah,
they
cave
could be
fairies
related
like
to
me.
fairies.
Yeah.
They
What's
could
that?
be fairy folk.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Mermaids can be fairies too.
But
I just mean she's not
flying, kinda-
underwater at the moment. She might go swimming sometimes. I don't know.
Well, she
Tell her
could
what
be
to do.
Hollow Earth.
She could be a Hollow Earth one, but the Hollow Earth has a tiny sun within the Hollow Earth.
Okay, I've never heard the saying, you want the moon on a stick. I like it. But you know
I
what?
thought, moon on a string. People say that, don't they? Something moon on a string. Isn't that like an old
They say
song?
over the moon. That's people are saying that more
Moony
in
people
America,
are.
but that used to be more of a British expression.
Over the
like he's
moon?
gone. They're going over the moon about this.
Like people are really excited about something.
Yeah. Like Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
Bing Crosby wants the moon on a stick.
A moon
Maybe
on
it's
a
something
string?
that
I swear there's something that's called moon on a string.
I would totally be up for a fried moon pie. That's a Scottish thing, huh?
No, moon pies are southern, but frying chocolate bars started off like it's a Glaswegian, like Scottish thing.
I had.
But moon pies come from the south part of the United States.
I had a fried Snicker bar. It was wonderful. Loved it.
Oh God. Just
liked
like
it at the
every
time.
I had one. I didn't even have part of that. I had one. I had one bite of part of a fried Oreo you had.
Fried Oreo was really.
And I thought it tasted like an uncooked brownie. Those types of things are like everything I don't like about food.
I get the gist. I just haven't heard. It's like, oh God, you want the moon on a stick. You want everything. I get it, but
yeah, I couldn't see it. But yeah.
I've heard of people saying, I could give you the moon, you know,
Yeah.
as that, I like an expression in that way. So
That's like in Stardust. She asked for a star though. Yeah. I don't know. As if that would be an impossible gift for somebody to bring back to.
Well, not in the wall.
No.
The other side.
Nah.
I had a stale fried Twinkie. It was pretty nasty.
Ew.
You could even say I had a nasty fried Twinkie. It was pretty stale.
You could just say you had a fried Twinkie, and I think we could extrapolate the rest. I don't know. I haven't had a Twinkie. I don't know if I've ever had a Twinkie.
Freaking cool.
Thank you. Yeah. If you look at like the statue again, I'm basing her off one of the figurines I've done, and she's sitting like the statue's like on a whole skull, and you can see. Here's a better picture of them all. There's a bunch of them. I think there's 6 of them, and they all sit on skulls. But for the painting, I want it to be more of a portrait of the character, and I'm having her sit on the top of a skull, but I want it in a way that maybe, unless you're not paying a whole lot of attention, you might not notice it's a skull, because I'm going to have some gray and white flowers around the outside. And the skull will kind of be like that, but I'll put a little hint of color on it. And then the figure herself will be pretty colorful, so it'll look like any of the color in the painting is kind of emanating from her and turning into the background, into the skull. Yeah.
I got a quick question.
What's that, babe? Why do you talk so much?
Is the fairy...
Mhm.
Okay, is the skull she's sitting on human size?
Yes, and I think she's small.
So she's like the size of a mini Dolphy?
Yeah, like a little...
Like a Barbie doll.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good size for a fairy. Because you could actually, like, not... I mean, I guess you'd hurt them if you sat on them, but you could, like, shake their little hand.
They're probably magic. They probably aren't going to die. They get sad.
Probably so fast.
Probably.
So we saw the love bugs were out today.
Oh, love bugs.
They're back.
They're back. It's September. Love bugs, for those who don't know, are little winged flies that come out twice a year, in May and in September here in Florida. And they're called love bugs because it is their mating season is when you see them, and there's usually 2 of them stuck together by their backsides. And good time to explain that sort of thing to children. And sometimes 3 of them will be stuck together too. And they are everywhere, and they like to congregate above wide open spaces like a driveway or a as opposed to out in the woods. So like a parking lot, they love the heck out of parking lots.
So what happens to our windshields?
Cars and windshields get covered with love bugs. They don't bite you or anything. They're just gross, and they're always doing it. Just kind of. And they have this slimy stuff in them that can actually take the finish off of your car. So if you like they pile up on your hood of your car or on the front of your car, there are places that sell stuff to get love bugs off of your car. I haven't seen too many of them
Lyra
today.
says it was the most difficult thing to wash them off the car.
Yeah, they're gross and sticky, but they don't bite you, they don't sting you. They're just one of those Florida things. It's like, hey, all these bugs are here.
But love bugs are...
Some people think they were invented by the
By a
government to
school.
eat. Yeah, the University of Florida.
University of Satan.
No, some people think they were invented because they didn't used to apparently do this. It wasn't until not all that long, like a few decades ago, that they started showing up. And to be fair, University of Florida did do that with those fruit flies that got out, and those started going everywhere. So some people think it's mosquito control. Mosquito control. Yes, that's what some people think. I don't know how much truth
doing
is to it,
having
relations. Yes, but that's why people call them love bugs. They have a proper name. I forget what the Latin name is for them, but
invented to annoy people driving from Miami to Orlando.
Yes, you want to go. You want to see a bunch of love bugs? Go on the turnpike. Go all the way to Miami and back, and your car will not have paint left on it.
Grinchy says they have mayflies here in Michigan. I hear that's a fantastic source of protein.
I don't know. I'm a vegetarian. I include flies in that.
I'm gonna break my vegetarian vows and just start eating love bugs.
It's kind of hard not to if you're riding like a motorcycle or a bike or something. We probably end up eating a couple every year, so I don't know.
It took me 2 washes with 1 power washer and 1 with a car wash to get them off after MegaCon.
Oh man.
Oh, and you were.
Oh, that would have
there a
been
couple
May.
days.
Yeah.
So gross.
You know, it's funny because they come out in May. Are they a type of?
They aren't
dragonfly?
dragonflies, Blob. They're
Oh no,
they're
they're
horrible
about
little-
3/4 of
they
an inch
look
long,
like?
little
They
black
look like-
bug.
not very as cute.
Oh.
Lightning bugs.
Yeah, they look like lightning bugs that don't light up. They're kind of like a box elder bug.
Lightning bugs, on the other hand, are magical.
I love lightning bugs. Yeah, people like them because they light up. They're magic.
Epcot, there's a margarita that uses salt that has ants in it.
Yes, there is.
Well, I will avoid that.
Yes, I
Don't
know
me.
of this. It's
I
got
don't want
Tajin
that.
seasoning in it, and they like chili lime, and they mix it with ants, and they.
I get enough ants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have it at Cava del Tequila, and also I think at the kiosk outside the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. And I know to avoid those because they got ants in them. They're supposed to. But,
You know, if
yeah.
I have margarita Epcot, the chances that ants are gonna get in it pretty good anyway. They'll smell
Uh-huh.
the
Probably love bugs.
sweetness. 'Cause
Yeah.
I always ask for a sugar rim.
I don't. I get a spicy or salty rim.
Oh, if I can get a spicy.
Yeah. Well, that's why Cava del Tequila. They've got the Tajin, like
That
the
place
chili
doesn't
lime.
count. They're
Yeah.
over the. Yeah.
Those are the people who have the ant ones.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, if you ever went to, I thought it was a food and wine thing.
No, they have those. What are they? They're like potato chips too, or crackers that are over at the Animal Kingdom that are made out of mealyworm flour.
Tigger says bounce
Yeah.
dryer sheets work great for removing love bugs from cars.
Oh, really?
I hear they also actually work in the dryer too.
Really? They make your clothes dry?
Yeah, and also.
What do they do?
static
They
cling.
make your clothes smell good. And is
remove static cling.
oh, really?
You didn't know that?
I don't know what they do. It's like somebody does laundry. Matt always
they
does
said
our
that
laundry.
bounce dryer
Oh,
sheets.
he used to. No, we just wear the same clothes
it was
every
a,
time.
is a side thing, side effect.
Oh, okay.
The purpose is to remove static cling.
I don't know. I don't wear a lot of clothes fresh from the laundry. I tend to get my clothes out of old suitcases or
I
from
will fight
houses
static.
I haven't been to for 4
I
months.
challenge a static cling to a boxing
Uh-oh.
competition.
You do like box?
No, not that sort of box. You make me so sad.
I'm sorry.
I like kickbox.
Kickboxing?
I like to kick them across the room
Ah, there you go.
if they're empty and don't have, artwork
Don't
that's
have
going to be shipped
breakable
out.
statues in them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kickboxes around. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I
Your hair is looking pretty
I
good.
threw a tube after everyone was gone from Dragon Con
Mm-hmm.
and I was celebrating. I threw a tube up in the air and I gave it a
You
quick
threw a what?
tube,
A tube.
which is like a box that's a cylinder.
Oh, like a mailing tube, like a
And I
cardboard
kicked
thing.
it
Okay.
across the. I kicked it across Dragon Con.
Oh
And the
dear.
cleaning ladies were laughing at me.
Oh.
I-
Remember that one time I was waiting at the end of MegaCon and a forklift came and tried to get our boxes?
Yes.
And they were my boxes, and they were a forklift came, and I was there by myself. I was like, "No, these are mine," and they didn't know what I was trying to say. It's very frustrating.
Man, I'm happy you were there.
Yeah, if I wasn't there, they were just gonna push them all off into the corner like
Take
it was
away our
trash.
panels.
And it was like leftover paintings or prints or whatever. They're just gonna throw it away.
Yeah, if you've ever
Work on
if you've
Halloween
ever
with
enjoyed a
that.
con a bunch, and it was like you were really in your element during a con, hang out after everything's gone and it will depress you.
Well, don't
horribly.
then.
It's like when you ever have a carnival come to town, and then like you go back the next day and it's gone, and you just see like remnants of it on the
See a
ground.
bunch of old
It's like that.
cotton candy sticks on the ground.
Like, oh, there were once people here, and there were like little stores here selling nerd things, but
Sometimes I like seeing behind the scenes things though.
Well,
like
I
when
do
you're like on
now.
Space
It's all I
Mountain
know
and the lights
now.
turn on because they've got to work on it or something, or at being at Disney World or something when it's 4 hours after it's closed and you see all the gardeners out doing stuff and all the big bright lights come on. It's kind of neat. Or when we're at the Renaissance Fair, obviously we're there a lot when it's not technically open, and it's kind of funny to see people half dressed in their finery and half like typing on their phone, smoking a cigarette, and wearing a pair of jeans at the same time. It's very kind of disconcerting. But sort of interesting. So the wings I have on this one specifically, she's the one here. There's her statue. She's got black and white wings. It's a type of butterfly. I can't remember the name of it. should get better at that. It's a Latin name. I don't know if it has a colloquial name. It's not a very common butterfly. But it's a black and white type of wing that has a pink dot kind of in the middle. And since I'm going to have kind of a monochromatic background, she's going to be on a skull, I want her wings to be black and white, and the dot will be pink, and then her hair and her outfit will be very highly saturated pink and purple. Yeah.
Someone has said they're really digging the music, and I'm like, it's classical, right? And they're like, yeah, it's really good classical.
We can't hear, again, it's a silly thing. Usually we can hear the music, but today, for some reason, my computer
You want to
is
see the
not
tiny
working.
ship painting?
Oh, it's sold. Yeah. Yeah. All those, I had 7 mini paintings this week. I put them up. They were gone in a few minutes, so I didn't even bother telling people. So, yeah. I have it, I think, over here. We haven't mailed her yet, so I can show her off.
We have not.
Yeah.
I let everyone know that we're shipping early this coming up week, so all the people are excited to see them. Sure.
They're all sold AC.
Yeah, we'll have ACEOs.
I can show it. I can show.
Sure.
Yeah, these were some of the mini paintings that I was working on last Twitch, and the ones that I posted this week, but they were gone, so I didn't even bother putting it on Facebook or anything. But you can look at them. She's cute. She's actually a variant of my Heart of Nails, and I'm going to be doing a version of her that is a pin that has a black heart. So I want to do a painting of it to see if I like the colors, and I do. I think I might change a couple things, but I like her. Alright, pretty one with golden eyes. Here's one with a tiny sea dragon. That's so cute. Here's the cardinal one. Oh, they're fine. Don't worry.
My
painting
heart
on
just
wood.
went up my nose.
Oh, if you actually worked with these all the time, you wouldn't worry. Okay. There's the little
I
cardinal
can kick one
one.
across the room if you want. I'm pretty good at that.
No, man. I'm tired about you talking about. But here's the ship one. Let's see if you can see her. Oh, she turned out so pretty. She's got a little boat. I put some little kind of black bows in her hair with little gold details, and she turned out lovely. Here's with the little lilacs and braids. She was a character study I did before the elephant friend, which I also finished. I can show you that one. She's completely done now too. And then, oh, the tiny lightning one. This is kind of an idea I had for a larger painting, and this is a character study, which is a little lightning. Oh, these are already all sold, sorry, but...
Yeah, it is like Marie.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette sort of Rococo, why not put boats and bird cages in our hair sort of thing. But they all turned out lovely, and they're waiting to be framed and mailed out very soon to all their owners. You know,
Shayla liked the lightning one.
yeah, the lightning one's cool. She's, what did I call her? Tiny lightning of hope. I just kind of write things down sometimes. But, yeah, she's got little lightning. That's kind of been a consistent theme with a lot of my paintings is...
What, tiny lightnings of hope?
Yeah, no, being able to manufacture lightning, make lightning, attract lightning, etc. So I like...
Maybe that's what you would, if you had a superpower, maybe that...
Maybe I can.
Maybe you're like
I get a
Storm
lot of
the
thunderstorms around
X-Men.
me. What's that?
You're like Storm of the X-Men.
Yes, maybe I am.
And you also like Africa a lot. She's from Africa.
Yeah, she's from Africa. Well, everybody is, really.
Aliens aren't, Jasmine.
What's that?
Aliens aren't.
Okay. More.
Someone said like Powder. Remember that movie?
I never saw it.
Oh, it's pretty good. I think Powder, I think he was really, everyone thought he was weird, but I think he was just a hipster.
Can't believe me?
He's like a hipster with lightning. I'm drinking Perrier cucumber.
Oh, cucumber with a hint of lime. Yes.
I like that movie Powder because Jeff Goldblum is in it. I don't even remember him being in it.
I haven't seen
I
it.
just remember Powder being in
I've
it.
seen Jeff Goldblum in several
I remember
things.
it came out around the same time as Phenomenon did with John Travolta.
Does that have lightning in it too?
I think he gets struck by lightning and then he
Okay.
can do math suddenly.
Oh. I'm always worried I'm going to get struck by lightning.
But yeah, if you rewatch Powder, you'd be like, oh yeah, this guy was a hipster.
Yeah, okay. I haven't seen it to begin with, but... Not on... Would I like it? Maddie?
You'd like parts of it.
Hmm.
The ending doesn't make any sense. I mean,
No, that would bother
I
me.
may as well spoil it.
Well, don't spoil it. Well, I guess it's been out for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, you learn by becoming learn math by becoming John Travolta.
Oh, okay. And this is
And
this
then
is a different movie.
Then starring in a movie in the '90s that no one remembers. That's the way you learn math.
Well,
I like to
good at
give
math.
people life tips like this.
Are you good at math?
I am not good at math because I did not bother with higher learning math.
Oh.
So I suppose that the math that I know, I'm okay at. I don't
Okay.
keep practiced,
Oh.
nor do I find it that important. So-
You don't read books about math for fun.
No, my mother does that.
Well, that doesn't. Okay. So do I. So your wife does.
Well, my mom's just reading a textbook. It's weird.
Hmm.
I don't support the director of Powder. I won't say more. Just look it up. Oh, okay.
I'll
I'll
take
back
your
off
word
a
on
lot.
that one. Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
I won't watch it now. Ha! Didn't
Yeah.
want to watch it anyways.
It's an excuse not to see
Uh,
Powder.
yeah.
I want to see Powter. Pouter.
Like Milo?
A guy who's also a hipster,
Oh,
but he complains about everything.
so he's a hipster. What?
And he's not a
sorry.
genius.
Okay. He's what?
He's not a genius.
Oh. Oh, there you go.
I only remember John Travolta buying a lot of rocking chairs. See, that's what happens when you're
Is
good
that
at
a
math. You do
movie?
stuff like buy a bunch of rocking chairs.
When you're good at math. I don't do that, but I do stuff. I could see why you could think I might do stuff like that.
You just buy lots of marshmallows. You know what I'm talking about.
For my friends that live outside.
Oh, I wasn't gonna touch that.
That's a big answer. I don't eat marshmallows, but my outside friends do.
Ugly chairs made by his love. John Travolta is that. Maybe that wasn't the best movie for him.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not going to be the piece of art that Staying Alive was.
I've never watched that movie either. I don't feel like I'm missing out. Remember when?
It's the sequel to Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, I think I'm confusing the two. I haven't seen either of them. And the song was on.
I
Wait,
think it is.
is the movie? That song is from the movie Saturday Night Fever, though, right? Do you remember my one of my nephews kept dancing like that, and then as a punishment, his stepdad made him actually watch the film that it was from, and I think that might have nipped it in the bud. And before you think it's bad to limit somebody's dancing, you weren't there.
Yeah. I do like the parody part of it in Airplane.
Oh golly, I saw that when I was little, but I don't remember.
I can't remember if I think it might have been. I think it was in Airplane 2.
I don't know.
When they parody Saturday Night Fever. It's pretty funny.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Airplane's great. I love
I
this
saw it
movie.
when I was little, and I remember laughing at it.
Oh, it's
but
good. If you like Naked Gun, you like Airplane. It's similar comedy.
It has Leslie Nielsen in it.
Oh yeah, he's great. Leslie Nielsen is he
He's
can
in,
say serious things. I mean,
he's in Forbidden Planet.
when I watch
It's like
him
the
laugh,
romantic lead. Yeah.
He's often played a bad guy.
Yeah, he used to kind of be typecast as a villain. It wasn't until he was older, really, that he started doing, like, comedy
He's a bad
more.
guy in Forbidden.
What's that?
I don't remember now. I thought he was a bad guy in Forbidden.
I should watch that again. I was just thinking about that because we kept talking about Locust today.
Oh, Shayla loves how Jasmine's painting the girls in the hair.
Yeah.
And she's cute.
But I find when I paint hair, I try to make the shape of all the hair in general kind of there before I start trying to worry about color or individual strands. I think about what the whole big thing, if it was like carved. It's actually very easy when I have like a statue that I've done as a reference, because I'm like, oh, okay, her hair's kind of like a big piece that's shaped like this. This part will be in the shadow, this part will be in the shade.
You know what's better than Forbidden Planet?
Fantastic Planet?
Yes. Not related at all.
They're
But
very good, but
sci-fi.
yeah, so, Fantastic Planet's one of my
if you
favorite
haven't seen
movies.
Fantastic Planet, it's
Oh,
one of Matt's
Czechoslovakian
top 10
animation from the
recommendations.
70s. Excellent soundtrack. It's all kind of weird, ambient, psychedelic sort of 70s Eastern European
Jasmine's
music.
selling the bizarre art thing.
man.
Besides that, there's a
I was
fantastic
talking
story
about
that goes
music,
along
but
with it.
yeah,
good
they were. Have you read
lessons.
Heavy Metal Magazine?
It's wonderful.
What's his name? Rene Laloux? Not Lily.
I don't know what it is, but I
Okay.
love it.
Yeah.
It was hard to get. I mean, we had to search high and low for the DVD.
It was almost impossible. Well, it was very difficult to get in America for a while. It was.
I'd watch that anytime
It
I
got
wanted to. It's
co-opted
something.
by a French distribution company. But yeah, that's a great movie. I've seen a million other things that have tried to have the same statement in a film, but with far less success. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, Fantastic Planet.
Fantastic Planet.
Look
And
it up.
animated film.
It isn't. Yes, it's probably my. I want to say it's my favorite anime.
It's awfully good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I have to think about all the Disney ones.
The music is so good, though.
Yeah, it's
The music is so good.
fantastic.
And the artwork is great. And if you knew the comics that were in
It's
heavy
funny,
metal,
it's so
those are
universal,
with
but such
elms.
of its time.
It is. It has a much broader
It's got a
grasp,
Clockwork
but it's
Orange
still stuck in the
penis to it,
70s,
too.
kind of. Yeah, totally.
I
That's a
don't know
very
why.
good. That's a good parallel, actually.
Yeah.
Not storyline wise, but something that was made of its time and it smacks of it, but it's still inclusive enough to be the future, sort of.
Oh, Criterion Collection has a great Blu-ray of it.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. I think we have El Cheapo.
We just
Basically,
have
you
one.
stick-
It's one of the first things I
No,
bought on
I-
eBay, I think. Yeah, I don't
Stick
think
it
even
in,
it has like a.
And
It
it
doesn't
just
even have a
starts playing.
loading
It doesn't
screen.
even have. I don't even think it has a menu.
It
a
might
lot.
even. I don't think it's a bootleg, but it's at a time where
It
they
starts
did
playing
not.
automatically, and you have to like hit menu for it to go back to the menu. Weird.
It was a hard time.
It's not a bootleg.
No, it's not a bootleg. It is, but it's a very low end DVD.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to. It has a gritty. The animation has a gritty quality.
Yeah, it's hand done animation. Again,
Yeah,
Eastern
if
Europe
you also
slash
like other
France.
things that heavy metal, if you like the original heavy metal movie,
Mm-hmm.
you'd also like.
Well, I was
this.
talking about that. Well, honey, the cartoons for the comics for it were in the heavy metal
Right.
magazines in the
I
1970s.
understand that, but
Okay.
if someone wasn't familiar with it, I was saying if
Oh.
you like that sort of thing in that
Yeah.
genre. Oh, it's worth the upgrade. Okay, well maybe I'll
Okay.
check that out.
In my hat. Well, doesn't actually didn't we get a different DVD of it, Maddie? And it had a short, and that had the one that he did that with all the little snails.
I do not remember that. I'm sorry. Maybe.
It was like a short that's maybe like 10 or 15. I don't know. I might be confusing with some other stuff that was coming out of Czechoslovakia around then. I was like the
We always
Svankmajer.
confuse the Czechoslovakia.
Well, I mean, I kind of I think about the distribution channel issues that they had with that, and I think about Jan Svankmajer. You know.
Oh, do I think about him? Yeah.
Yeah, we think about Jan Svankmajer a lot in this household, but yeah.
Well, it's because it's. I don't know. It's
Good
different.
stuff.
If I'd also recommend that. I think we actually recommended that to Shaylee once.
Probably.
Plankmeyer's fantastic.
Yeah, it's Jan Svankmajer.
I need to put up those. We're about to give away raffle. I need to put up some links to if you wanted to buy. Beautiful.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Beautiful
about
calendars.
Czechoslovakian DVDs.
No.
Okay.
Need to get back
I
on
am
topic.
not on. Yeah.
It's okay, we chat here too.
We like chat. Okay. So the
So that
first
is for
prize
the
is
wall
for
calendar,
the
or
mini
the-
wall calendar.
The
The mini wall calendar. I'll put these. I don't know if you can see good. This is how big the
No, I put up
mini
the
one
link
is.
for the wall
This is how
calendar.
big
but
the
I'll put
big
up
one
the other
is.
one too.
Yeah, these you can get both of them. They're not expensive. This one's like $7.
And it's free shipping.
And they
anywhere in the
ship
world.
for free worldwide, and it's like $7. They're awesome. It's like getting 12 little prints, and they're shiny. I don't know
Also
if you
put
can
the
tell.
link in for the pocket diary
Isn't that cool?
if you want
Pretty
to
pictures. Ooh, so
have
pretty.
one on the go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's the. You can't have this one though. This isn't a prize. I'm
Now,
just
Jasmine,
showing it
what
because
is-
I've written in
What's
it.
another cool reason to get the calendar, even if you aren't going to use it for a calendar?
Because I think I get 8 cents every time
No,
somebody
shh,
buys one. Oh wait.
shh,
Oh
we don't
wait.
talk about things like that.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not that.
what-
It's a bunch of
'Cause-
artwork.
Oh, I just said that. It's like getting a whole bunch of prints that you can
Okay,
do.
I didn't hear you say that. I was putting
You
up
can
links.
look at the recording.
I don't want to. I don't want to
You
look
don't
at
have
it.
to. Okay. But yeah, we got big pictures, and yeah, you can cut it up afterwards, and all of a sudden you got 12 prints for super cheap. Shipped for free worldwide, or you might win one now, and we'll ship it for free worldwide. I love this one. Swimming with koi.
All right, and I'm
People
going to
don't
pick
get
the
prints
lucky
of this
winner
one.
now.
This is so good for a calendar because the painting itself was square.
Hopefully they will.
Oh
back
god,
up.
that fishy wants kisses. Doesn't he want kisses? You know the one I'm talking about, Matty Cat?
Is it the one square?
No, it's swimming with koi.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That's one of the extra ones. Then you want
because I
I
talk
love
about
it.
that
Yes.
every time I see boy and
Yes.
that's what, yes, I love
But
it.
so this first giveaway is for the mini calendar, which are
Yes.
different pictures.
Let's
So,
do this.
yeah,
We
yeah.
got
Paint a lot of pictures.
all right. This is a person that I don't recognize. M_dog13.
All right. I'm a dog.
So M_dog13. I'm gonna put some directions.
Yeah, because you gotta tell us who you are, because we don't have a way of knowing where you live unless you tell us. So you
We
just have
gotta
to
do it
email.
secret, like.
Yeah.
Dig.
You dig. I need to say that after sentences more. My gosh, is that just the wind making the tree do that against my door, or is it something there?
Probably a mark.
Okay, give me a second. Something's climbing up, I think. It might be one at the daytime record.
Hey, be careful.
I will. I just want to take the seeds down.
Go ahead and take this.
Yeah, I'll take the seeds down.
Watch out for sunshine.
I see sunshine. No dying. You don't get to like mine.
Oh, morning doves. They were just birds.
It's two morning doves. We're trying to get in the bird feeder at the same time.
So Jeanette says she enjoys her calendar. She won on Twitch. Thank you. Welcome.
Or is it last
A long time ago.
Oh, wow. Oh, we did do the Twitch right at a year ago.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, that would
This
that
time
makes
last
sense.
year I was painting Sweetest Bella.
Weird.
Which is funny because she's another one. I was grabbing a statue of her. That was originally a statue design that we did a painting of. We have paintings of her, or prints of her up on strangely.com. She's part of the series that the little sugar skull girls that are just
Sweet
kind
as
of
Belle is
sitting around.
super popular.
Yeah, she's ridiculous. Actually, she is we just finished the line art on her. She'll be the next coloring page up at Patreon.
Like Wicked Annabella.
Huh? Oh, Wicked Annabella?
That's a good song.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, if you guys want to hear a good song,
Yeah.
look up Wicked Annabella.
You know, I have that on a list of a possible painting title.
No, that song is never played on the radio.
I don't think I've ever heard it on the radio, unless it was
Wow.
like a satellite
Incredible song.
radio.
It's really short too. Must be under 2 minutes.
Yeah. Is that on full screen? Which one's that on?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What the-
By the Kinks. Give her a little bit more of a thicker top eyelash. Make her look less surprised. She's kind of chilling. She doesn't have to look surprised.
Dude, it just it was written by Dave Davies. You already know that.
Well, we know that. We all know that. Oh. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put, like I said, I want to put some flowers in the background. I've kind of sketched some random things in, and I'm going to put some Payne's Gray mixed with water over the background other than the main character and her flowers and her hair. So when I'm working on them, not that I would get confused. That way it will stand out more. I'm like, oh, that's one of the flowers in the background. That's a flower in the foreground. So I don't accidentally start zoning out and start putting color onto the ones in the background. Some Payne's Gray. Golden fluid acrylics are most of what I use. Got a cup of water over here, and I'll just get kind of a medium-sized brush.
I think so too. Helen says this is going to be.
I think so.
We're at 91 viewers.
Oh, for heaven's sake! Yeah, I'm surprised.
Thanks for coming out. We know this is a really slow time of year.
Yeah, for everything.
Yeah,
Internet.
I was noticing how just walking around town, how
Yeah.
there's many people walking around.
Yeah. A lot of bicyclists today, though. Not
Well, I
sure
think that
what
was a
up with that.
family.
That was a very big family.
They were wonderful.
They were lovely.
Yes, they like bicycles.
But, hey, they were very polite with their bicycles. Not everybody is. I don't know if you can see this part. I'm gonna start putting a wash of blue gray. It's called Payne's Gray, but really it's kind of closer to a navy blue. I'm mixing that just for water, just tap water. Actually, I think it might be water from the thing on the front of my refrigerator. This way too, it'll probably give you a better idea of how the paint's going to look. I'll say, hey, this is background, that's why it's kind of darker. You can see, oh, that's her, move her leg a little bit. Her leg looks too pointy there.
Where can I buy the figures of the fairies on the top of the skulls from? Well, I think I have a link.
You've got some links there?
I've got a link for you.
The best place you can get them, they're made by the Hamilton Collection. So if you can buy them from them, because that means they've only have to ship them once. They don't have to ship them 10 times before you get it.
Our friend Enchanted Treasure.
Yes, if you live overseas, you can get some of them. I don't know if she has all those ones up there yet because they're relatively new and they come out a little bit later when they are international. But you can buy them at Enchanted Treasures, and Matt will post that up there. Our friend Tanya Sheets up there. And they will ship worldwide. The Hamilton Collection...
A lot of you guys are familiar with Tanya.
Yeah, the Hamilton Collection directly will be the one that you order from in America, and they only ship in America, and also their website is tied to your IP address. So if you live in Canada or Australia or South Africa and you're looking on the website won't pop up. It will try to make you go to the one for your country, so it might not be on there. So look at it, Enchanted Treasures if you live overseas, and look at Hamilton Collection if you live in the United States. It has to do with legal things about pre-orders and currency fluctuations, like how currency changes all throughout the day. Something that's $1 in America might be $1.25 in Canada, and it might change by the end of the day. So if you buy something, a pre-order 6 months out, it's illegal to charge somebody what you first did not agree to. So that is why there are different websites.
Yeah.
So don't yell at me about it. Right to your Congress button or king or whoever you have. I don't know where you're at.
If you're in Latvia, right to your overlord.
Daddy!
I don't know what sort of government Latvia has.
They've got a parliament.
And to all my Latvian friends out there, because I'm sure there's, 17 of you in there.
There's a handful of them. Alright.
It was just a jest.
Okay.
Actually, what it kind of reminds me of, I forget what Dr. Doom, what country he rules over.
It's from something that's meant to sound like Lithuania, but isn't.
Yeah, it's something.
It's some fake made-up thing that just supposed to sound foreign.
I'm sure a nerd in the room knows it.
Yeah, probably.
Someone inform the Jarl. That's old school.
Yeah, that is. The Jarl, man.
I do know. I just can't remember.
I think I even
I don't know. I think
I'm
I'd
not
be room for Dr. Doom. He's been butchered in every movie he's been in.
He's got a detonator, right, at Universal.
True.
He does.
Latveria.
There you go.
It's like
it's like Lithuania / Latvia.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not the I like the Thing a lot, but I'm not a big Fantastic Four. Not a big Fantastic Four fan. They're pretty cool, but I'm not a big fan. But the Thing I liked his solo comic. That was pretty good.
I have not read it.
Ooh, that Nintendo guy says, don't mention that ride. I lost my pass and lanyard.
Oh, on Dr. Doom, the detonation vertical thing.
Jasmine's lanyard?
A Strangeling lanyard?
Or
is it Universal lanyard?
Universal. Well, Dr. Doom, isn't that like the goals to collect coins and?
I think that's how you get paid if you work there. You get the.
Well, the whole idea of the Dr. Doom sphere falls, he extracts fear from you and he uses that for energy somehow. Like, what a jerk.
Well, some people are afraid of heights. Some people are afraid of losing their phone. Everybody has a different fear, and they try to extrapolate on that. Yeah.
Lisa says, this is looking so lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Jasmine's Dia de los Muertos art is so gorgeous.
Thank you.
Do you by any chance know what day you'll be launching the FOF2 set?
Oh,
she's talking about
the metal pens.
We don't have a date.
I don't yet. It has to do. We are on the road for the next 2.5 weeks after this, I've got to do a couple of Renaissance Fair, or 4 Renaissance Fair appearances in Kansas City after this. So I don't know. This is not the actual pins. This is like a printout I made on a piece of paper to show what it's gonna look like. But these will be the 4. These will be the metal pins that are like the square full color offset die sub ones. These are not the enamel ones, so they're not bumpy. They're the smooth type, like the first set I did, and they're limited to 250. It will be sometime before October. Do you think I could say that with confidence? Maybe. I mean, I just did, but could
I don't know. We get back
say?
if it's we get back on like 30th.
Well,
I mean, I do it in Kansas City. I don't know.
well, that's what I was saying. Depending on
I
when
have
we
no
get them in
idea.
the mail,
I'd say don't make any
we could always
promises.
redirect the shipment to our Kansas shipping center if we had to. Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. Okay. But sometime late September, early October-ish, maybe.
I certainly have the materials to do it
In
in Kansas.
got some helpers there too.
Yeah, they go to school.
They go to school. Darn us and our child labor.
I can get your mom to help me.
My mom? Okay. That sounds like it's an insult, but it's not really. Get your mom to help me.
What does a September pin look like? I just barely got Twitch working.
There you go. She's already, if you are a pin of the month, she's already in the mail.
And
Matt's
glows in the
mailed them
dark.
all.
I love it.
She glows in the dark, and she is, this is not it. Matt, this was last year's pin.
Oh my gosh. That's. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I told you this was, okay, I told you it was a wrong color. This is not the pin of the month. This was last year's October pin of the month. I'm so sorry, you guys. I thought it was the wrong colors. Halloween night is the.
I will find it.
Yes. My gosh, Matty Cat.
I'm sorry.
You didn't send people these ones, right?
No.
Okay, if he did, you guys get to keep those for free, and we'll send you the right ones. So it's, Matt, that's your main thing that you have to keep track of, honey. Golly gee. I thought that was wrong. And you can tell because you can rewind and see the recording and see that I said it was wrong.
That's why it's green.
Oh, so you were right, Maddie. I don't know. You said I had a whole bunch of them. You weren't talking. Oh my god, I hope you weren't talking about these. Anyway. Yeah, it's called Halloween Night. It's a pin of the month. Okay. I don't care if it's in a bag. Just bring me one. You said something about a little bag. It's on the recording. We can hear you.
Here we go. Ah.
Okay, so ignore that pin. Although I do think we have those ones on the website still, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we do have those. So yeah, don't worry. You can buy this one on the website, but that was a previous one, not this one.
Now, show off this one.
Okay.
This is one we showed off last week.
Yeah, I hope so.
There we go.
Okay, this is the one. They see they both got pumpkins in them, so yeah. Here we go. What's that?
You didn't correct me.
I did. If you rewind and listen. No, if you rewind and listen, you can hear me. Yeah, I did. You can rewind and listen.
So earlier, yeah, when you were showing.
Okay. Let's see how orange this is. Yeah. There you go. Ooh, this is the one that is the current one, and you will have this in the mail.
Ah, orange. Hey.
Ooh, there you go. Look how happy he is. He's so smiling.
Okay, so thank you for asking. So
Yes, otherwise we would have told
apologize,
everybody
guys.
the wrong
Sorry.
thing, yeah? Oh,
I
that's
just saw a
right.
pumpkin in my hand and I popped it on Jasmine's desk.
Well, like I said,
wasn't
we have
thinking.
another pumpkin pin out this month also for the Renaissance Festival.
Pumpkins.
Yep, Alan and Autumn, Kansas City Renaissance Festival. That one's got 2 pumpkins in it. Doesn't glow in the dark though. But those ones will be popping. Halloween night will be popping up on the website.
Yes, so you September.
You can get both of them. They'll both be up
Patreon
here.
pin people.
Ooh,
Yours have already been shipped.
yeah, if you're a
Unless you're super
Patreon
new.
pin collector, unless
you
you're
joined in the
like
last couple
joined in
days.
the last couple days,
But
yours is
I,
already in the mail.
So yeah, there's so many of you. I
And if you're
already
not a
see it around.
Patreon pin collector, if you sign up right now, you get this one, and you get the Patreon exclusive lemon yellow mask.
Oh, people thought that
You
was
can't
funny.
buy.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yay, we're hilarious.
Muriel was
Yeah.
saying that. You know, all you have to do is correct us, guys. Say, wasn't that
Wait,
last?
wasn't it-
I
you guys
can't
probably know more than I do. I just kind of make stuff, and then other people tell me what I did. So
True. It's like, hey, do we have an event next week? Yes, you guys have an event here.
yeah,
I was
it's
like,
like
oh,
let me
thanks.
ask the internet. They'll know.
Gosh.
Yeah. Anyway,
But thank you for telling me, Jasmine.
that's
Let me know.
fine. Anytime. I've drawn a
Halloween
bunch
night.
of flowers here. Halloween Night. It's based off of a painting I did called Halloween Night from maybe
Yeah, I can.
2007.
It's
I
an
don't
old
know.
one. Is it
Yeah.
still for sale?
Yeah, I think so. I think I put it in my coloring book, didn't I? The Halloween coloring. Or maybe I'm thinking
I
about trick or
hope
treating.
so. It's very
It's a
Halloween-y.
cute one, yeah. Cute little Halloween girl, little pumpkin, little witchy hat, stripy stockings. It was from a while ago because I painted it on a canvas. What's that?
Our canvas. for that,
Oh,
too.
so it is on the website still.
Yep.
Yay! So yeah, we
All
have
people are
most
saying
of
that
it.
they love me
Aw,
because they feel bad for me,
I bet.
but I didn't. Even though
I was like, didn't you say you had thousands of them you had to put in little bags or
You know, it's
something?
funny because
Okay.
I was really focusing on the cute little pumpkin.
Yeah. what?
I wasn't even thinking about the rest of the image. So.
Okay.
All apologies.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Nirvana. I'm literally coloring it now as we speak. Oh, Helen.
Wow, really? Ah, Helen's got the Okay, so it is in the Halloween coloring book too. It's probably why I had the line art handy. So on the, I don't know if you can see this part. I don't know how much this up. What I'd done originally, I'd drawn just kind of like of a bunch of flowers in her hair, but I want to have flowers behind her too. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting kind of a gray, the paint's gray, blue color over the flowers that are going to be in the background and not putting it over the ones that are going to be in the front. Kind of making a fake multi-plane animation sort of layout. Like that one's in the distance, so it's going to be slightly more fuzzy blue and gray, and the ones that are close up will be in higher contrast and have much high and lower, more saturated tones.
Jasmine.
Yep.
If that's the case with we wanted to definitely get done before October
Mm-hmm.
with the Pinsett. Why don't
Yeah,
we
it's
just
a
go
Halloween
ahead,
one.
Why don't we just go ahead and plan on doing
Doing
that?
it in Kansas City?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say earlier today.
Let's
Yeah.
just go ahead and
Mhm.
plan on that because
Sounds good.
Like you said, I could maybe, if I'm lucky, have some helpers. Maybe they could come over after school,
Maybe.
and I want to hang out with them.
Yeah. And we pay good, so.
I don't pay him nothing. I pay him peanuts.
I pay well.
You don't either. You pay him peanuts.
Oh.
So here, give this cash to so and so, and I just pocketed it. And then I
Oh.
bought some peanuts, and I gave him peanuts. I gave him the same
Oh,
amount. but
okay.
we would
Well,
normally pay
okay.
them in
Well,
peanuts.
you know,
But,
male
yeah.
and female, you gotta keep it equal.
But I have to pay in peanuts, like a thing.
Legally, you might have to. I don't know about child labor laws.
If you pay me in cups of tea, I will help.
Oh. I don't know if you know what you're signing up for. It's a bit of a commitment.
Yeah, you don't want any of
You
it.
don't want anything to do with it.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm very cautious.
Oh
when-
my god.
when, friends or fans want to help out because
It's like, you know, your fingers are going to be bleeding and it's going to be 38 hours later.
It's
and
not-
you're going to be like,
it's
oh, this
not
is
the
not very
fun-
magical.
that's
Yeah.
that you'd think it'd be. I promise you it's not.
No.
Ew, circus peanuts. No, I wouldn't give those my.
Oh, my
my nieces and
word.
nephews
I
circus
would feed them to raccoons, but not to humans.
I don't think that. I bet you know what? I will buy some at a gas station because that's the
Uh-huh.
only places it's more that
Yeah.
I've seen. I will buy some and we'll see.
I
if
bet
they-
raccoons won't even eat them.
I will.
I don't know what they're made out
Actually,
of.
Jasmine, could I totally do that tonight because it would be fun?
Yeah, you can
I
do
wanna
that,
see
sure.
what they.
That's
okay.
fine.
'Cause
Yeah,
I think
you
they
can buy
sell
some
them at a
after
certain
Twitch.
gas station near.
Yeah.
I won't say any because people will be waiting to beat me up. But say where
Probably,
it is because
yeah.
they'll be like, what's a September pin?
Oh,
September pin says what?
yeah. Exactly. It's like, I'm just here to buy circus peanuts, man.
Cashews,
Boiled
I'm sure. That
peanuts.
sounds good.
Cashews are good.
I'm in, Leela. Let's get some cashews.
Yay.
You want some, sweetie?
I'll take a couple.
Puffed sugar. Circus peanuts are so gross,
Circus
guys.
peanuts
it's
are-
like a dare food.
They're kind of more like packing peanuts, like something you'd use
If
for
you don't-
extrusion process packing.
I could bring one pack to the UK
Oh God.
and let the Brits try.
Don't export that nonsense.
Oh my
It is
gosh,
not.
I think it might
It's
start
like
a
if you were
war.
to take cotton candy and mix it with, I don't know, soybean oil,
Vomit?
and then you eat it a couple times,
It's so
and then
bad.
you stick it down and compress it into something that is used for the filler in white bread, and just
Oh my gosh.
it ain't good. I like some junky things, but circus peanuts. I used to, when I was a kid, I would buy them I think about them 3 times, about every 6 years when I was a kid, just to remind myself of how gross they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I think that's a thing. It's like,
Mhm.
why did I hate this so much? Oh wait,
Your
yeah.
dad does it too.
Yeah, my dad did that too,
Mhm.
and that's unrelated. I mean, he's related to me because he's my dad, but it had nothing to do with my
Oh,
own
horrible.
experiment. Yeah. Or I'm eating cashews now. Made me hungry for circus peanuts. Gotta eat cashews.
That's right, you know, dress that food and I'll give you food later.
Yeah, get my clear plate.
Face.
She'll bite your
She was
face.
so close to eating my face this morning.
Oh God, damn. Okay. Show y'all what I've done. Not very exciting, but I've gone around the background and
Hey,
kind of put
Herman
that
says, I
blue
don't
in.
think anyone eats them. They just always end up with them at trunk or.
Yes, you pawn them off on small children that you aren't going to see again. That's what you do with circus peanuts. I'm not talking about peanuts. These are, for those who don't know, it's a type of candy they sell mostly in
I don't even feel
bad
bad
gas
about
stations.
bad-mouthing
Yeah.
them. They're so gross.
What's that?
They know what they make.
Oh, I know that. No, I mean, as far as peanuts go, it's not like nuts like you'd get in a can or something. They are actual candies that are supposed to look like peanuts that are made of squished up marshmallows or some
Jasmine,
nonsense. Yeah.
Thea Wall says,
Hmm?
does the art get scanned before before being painted to do the coloring books, or is a new line art drawing done based on
New line
finished art?
Yeah, I don't draw. I paint. Like if you see my layouts, these are done with a little brush. So I don't have line art for my artwork unless I go in and do line art afterward. So first it was a painting, and then the line art is made after the painting exists. Sometimes 20 years after it is. Like in my Alice coloring book, the new one that just came out, some of those paintings are ones I did in the 1990s. I had to work that long to get 55 Alice paintings to do one coloring book. That's a lot of paintings to do on one subject. But some of those paintings are ones I did when I was a student still, and I don't have sketches or line art for those. We had to go back through and do the line art again, and then that is how we make the coloring book. Because I don't draw much. I just start slapping paint around, or I do a layout with a little tiny brush and start doing more painting on top. So I don't really have a piece of paper that has an outline on it somewhere. I don't do watercolors. I don't do digital. So acrylics you kind of build up instead of filling in.
Here's the thing with painting.
Mm-hmm. Matt knows.
Every brush stroke
Mm-hmm.
is a decision. Every choice you make on your palette is a decision.
Mm-hmm.
So Jasmine's paintings are like 1 billion little decisions
Yeah.
that all came together to decide what it would be.
Yeah.
It's funny when you think about a painting like that, but that's really what
It is.
That
Well, it
everything
depends.
is a decision.
There are people who do like a sketch. Some people do a fully executed sketch and a color rough and 5 different palette mock-ups, and they do a lot of preparatory work. I don't do that a lot with my paintings. I just kind of, if I'm sketching, I'm going to be painting on top of the piece of wood I did the sketch on. Which does make it hard for coloring books, because that means that, oh, now there are 55 drawings that have to be made because they're drawings of the paintings that already exist. Or as you've seen, if you look at some of my old Twitch broadcasts, sometimes I have to do the line art to make the pins, like the enamel pins, because they're actually a piece of metal. And the metal is black. I use like a dyed black iron oxide, and we have to die cut it and stamp it, and if you look at it, it's textural. Like I could tell without looking at it which
That's a
one it
September
is.
pin,
Yeah,
guys.
this is September.
Oh, too little, too.
Yeah, Maddie, good job. Yes. So I use line art for that also, because when I do I paint out the lines for it, and then that is scanned into the computer. That gets stamped into this giant machine that makes a big metal thing, And that is how there are black outlines around everything, because the painting itself didn't have black outlines around it. It looks like, looks like people. People don't have weird lines around them. With realistic artwork, if you're doing comics or illustrative art, a lot of that might have line art, and then you already have line art, and that's easy. That's nice.
Yes, Evil Sabrina. Need that September pin.
Yeah. That September pin will be up online on my website to purchase probably tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Mm.
I'll pop it up there, and I'll make sure I put the right one up there.
Put the right one up there. Again, though, we do still have some of the October pin of last
Yeah, why
year,
not make a set if you don't have
and they both go in the dark, and they both got pumpkins. So, yeah. Woo. Slightly different orange enamels. I had a light
Ew,
orange on
Nintendo
that one and
likes-
a dark orange.
Like Circus Peanuts at Nintendo World?
That's, you can like circus peanuts all you like. Yeah.
And we're not talking
no
about
judgment.
the peanuts at a circus.
That's what I was saying. I don't mean like you'd be at a ball game and get a bag of peanuts. These are awful snacky things that are made out of squished up marshmallows or
Yeah, we're talking
fiberglass, or I
something
don't
that
know what
was
they're made of.
Born out of, I don't know, Satan's armpit.
Oh.
Awful. I assume they're the exact same size as Satan's large sweat glands,
Ew.
and he just has a factory where it's out like that.
Probably. I don't know. They'd probably be tastier then.
Yeah, I had a really cool dream that I saw the pyramids of last night.
Oh yeah, Matt
And I
has
was
dreams. I
almost
don't.
bitten by a 1-inch snake.
Yeah.
And who saved me, Jasmine?
He
From the snake.
Hawass?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you guys are into Egyptology, you know who that dude is. And for $1 billion, they'll take you on a tour of Egypt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Orange
Yeah,
peanuts
must
made
be.
with mysterious substance, texture, weird too.
Yeah, it's like earwax and styrofoam. I don't know what they're made of. Something like that.
I've been put off by jelly beans with all the gaming play with the Harry Potter rings. I would rather eat 15 snot
Ew.
Harry Potter jelly beans in a
That's
row
vegetarian.
rather than eat a. What's that?
I tested the snot ones are vegetarian.
Sure. And
Okay.
I would eat
But not
15
vegan.
of those snot ones and the vomit ones in a row before I'd eat a circus.
I'd eat a circus peanut. It's been a while. I might like them. I haven't tried one for a while. I don't know.
You know, there are Satan's skin tags.
Ew.
Point. No, that's just being mean to Satan. it's I don't know. It's
I'm totally in this.
they're orange, very orange in color.
Okay, so
Well, there could be somebody's
some
skin
of his
tags. I don't
minions
know.
are kind
I'll
of
back off on
orange.
that.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're orange spongy candy that tastes like nail polish remover.
Yeah, it does taste like what? No, there is an acetone. It tastes a little bit like acetone. That's why I think I correlate it with styrofoam.
Oh, so kittens like some and moms and some odd plant.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know of humans who like them usually. Apparently some people do. Otherwise they wouldn't have been selling them. I think they've been around since like the 60s. Like Matt was saying, I think my dad had talked about them being around when he was
Ooh,
a kid.
Muriel's an Zawas fan. Did I pronounce his last name?
Oh, that he was? Yes.
Hawass.
Yes.
Ahi Hawass.
Yeah. Mr. Culture.
1 billion. Pff, that's nothing. LOL. It would be amazing to have a.
Oh yeah, he is actually guiding a hand. I think it's co-branded. It might be with Smithsonian's travel people, or I don't think it's National Geographic.
We
but one
are
of them.
lucky enough to get these magazines and things in where they have these.
We travel a lot, so they send us a lot
They
of
send them to us. We never.
a lot of
have.
high dollar. Well, we've stayed at some National Geographic places, but
True, but these will cost. I don't know.
some of these are in
$100,000
around
a
$100,000 a head, sort of like crazy vacation things. And yeah, there's one where Zahi will go around, and the other host is the former First Lady of Egypt, and you get to stay in the palace, and they look pretty cool. I have not been to Egypt before. I've been to
I would
half
ask
a dozen
the First Lady
countries
of
in Africa,
Egypt
but
if she
not
wanted to
Egypt.
arm wrestle. So if I beat her, I could say that I beat the First Lady of Egypt arm wrestling.
You can call yourself the last king of Scotland.
Yes. I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
That guy ain't nice. Amy says, can I ask to do a big shout out? Can we give that Nintendo guy a big happy birthday tomorrow?
Oh!
Maybe tomorrow.
Happy birthday. Well, I'm not going to get on Twitch just to do that. So I'll
Oh,
say
okay.
happy birthday today. Happy birthday tomorrow, sir.
Happy birthday. And I hope you enjoy your circus peanuts.
Yes.
That Nintendo guy. But no, seriously, I hope you
Yeah,
have a
that's very
fantastic
nice. It's a good time of year
17th
for
birthday.
Yeah.
The
Am
terrible
I?
thing about circus penises is the first time you try them, you have high hopes since they look crazy.
You don't
appealing
if you've
you're a
heard us
kid,
talk.
But the reality is beyond disgusting.
Am I wrong, or did they make like a liqueur, like one of those silly flavored vodkas, like how they make like Swedish fish and like cotton candy vodkas?
Oh,
and
like a
things?
joke gift?
Yeah, or did they not make one that was?
I don't.
Or did
know.
they make a soda pop or something that was a drink that was
Okay.
circus peanut themed?
So, Janet or Jeanette, how do I pronounce that? Janet or Jeanette.
I can't read it.
I don't know. Okay, I admit I love those orange squishy.
Oh, see,
I've
no
not had them in
judgment.
years.
That's I'm trying to figure out who likes them because I don't know why they're still around.
They're made of dread and bad intent. I agree.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's turning out nice. So I put a darker concentration of the blue and brown, the Van Dyke brown, and the Payne's Gray, and I put that over the part of her wings that I want to be black. And part of her wings are going to be white, but I want them to be less white than the makeup that I'm putting on her little Calavera face there. So I want this to be slightly more blue-gray, so I'm not putting any white on that yet. Doing the brightest parts first and the darkest parts first, and then everything else will kind of meet in the middle. I might start thinking about color now. As I was showing earlier, we had a couple different color palettes that we had tried originally with the statues. This was the second, I think, of the color palettes we did. She was on some of the promotional materials to begin with. So those of you who are hoping for a yellow flower did not get a yellow flower. You got more purple. Because basically what the Hamilton collection does is they'll send out a handful of them with different things. Like this one had purple inside the eyes, and whichever one people respond to the most, it's kind of a committee by design, and then she ended up with these colors. So I'll probably do something in between. Yeah.
Are the elephant prints going to be up this week?
Probably. The painting is done. Can you bring? I can grab the painting, or you can grab it. It's right over there. I can show you how it turned out. I was pretty much done at the end of Twitch last weekend, I believe, but I hadn't signed it, and I think I went and added a few more shadows under it, and I've since varnished it as well.
It's lovely.
Let's see. Have not mailed her off yet. But wow, yeah, I can tell she's varnished. That is shiny. But there she is.
It's got
She's
so
all
much
done.
attention.
Yeah. And we are still waiting to hear back on the collectors who might be getting the original. It's probably sold because there are a bunch of people on the list. The Masterpiece editions are already sold out. But we'll have open edition prints and open edition canvases up at strangeling.com within the next week or so. It takes me about half a day to get all the files and blurbs and stuff sent over to my website person, and they post all that stuff and do the test prints and all the color correcting and all that sort of thing. So it takes a while to release a print and get it all ready and on the internet to purchase. And I do have another print that is coming out before then, which is also a painting I did up here, and this is Dice Dragon Lane Princess. This one will be popping on Tuesday. Tuesday will be available to the public on strangeling.com. The original is sold. I think we still have a couple of the Masterpiece editions of these, so those will be at strangeling.com also. Number one will, of course, be on eBay. This is just a printout of it. It's not the original painting. Somebody bought that at DragonCon, so the original's gone. But this is the one I was working on like the day before DragonCon up at Twitch when I was painting the dice. I think I spent like almost that whole time painting the dice. I made it like a still life. I had a little pile of dice here by my table, and I just painted that. But that one turned out super cute, and she will be up as prints on Tuesday at strangeling.com worldwide. So sometime after that will be the elephant painting. I'm trying to release them in the order that I painted them, but also not trying to put too many out at once because it gets crazy around here for us, not just for collectors who are trying to collect them, but also because here we have multiple ones going at the same time. It gets kind of overwhelming to try to process all of that, and we're just a couple of us here, so.
Right,
We do our
sometimes
best.
you will
Yeah.
you will see prints at an event that aren't on our site yet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There are
yeah.
benefits to coming
That's
to
part
a
of the
live
reason going
event.
to a live event, yeah.
Yes, people are in the room are also talking about thin candies,
Oh,
butterscotch, Werther's, and chocolate raisin have been.
butterscotch is always tasty.
I love butterscotch.
You get me a butterscotch.
I can see if they have some.
No, I'm joking.
I
I'm
also
referencing a TV
I like
show.
hot cinnamon
Cinnamon Red
Fireball.
Hots?
Fireballs.
The little atomic
fireballs. Those are so
things,
good.
those little jawbreakers.
Yes.
I tend towards more, I don't know,
I used
candies
to make
that look like
cinnamon
food more.
toothpicks when I was little. I don't know if anyone else did that. Where you
Yeah.
get cinnamon extract, the stuff that can burn your face off,
Cinnamon oil, yeah.
and cinnamon oil. And leave toothpicks in there for a while, and then you have like a little treat with the toothpick.
Yeah.
I had some homemade mango sorbet. That sounds.
That sounds good. Yeah, I like fruits and nuts and chocolate-based things more, I think. As far as candies go. Coconut. I like coconut. I eat the heck out of coconuts. And some more. I'm just using the same two colors of Van Dyke Brown and Payne's Gray, and I'm going over the parts that are going to be kind of black, like her eyes, eyelashes, etc. Going through that, and that's going to help keep me in line with the background being less high contrast, less saturated, middle ground, like her wings and her hair will be more contrast, more saturated currently, and on her face, I want that to be the highest point of contrast, the highest point of chroma. That way, when people look at the painting, the first thing they'll look at is the face and the eyes. And when you have a portrait-style painting, that's usually what human beings like to look at with their eyes. They like to look at other faces.
Jasmine,
Yeah.
Tigger says, I've noticed that limited editions aren't available on our site. Is this permanent?
Limited editions? If it's one that's sold out, they're gone. A couple years ago, we started taking down any of them that were the 25 per edition, and we started about 2.5 years ago. We started making only the ones that have 5 in an edition on the website because I don't have enough time in a day to do 25
So
each one.
masterpiece.
So yeah, masterpiece limited editions. We have those. Yes, we should have those. The other ones are either retired or sold out, I think, by now.
Blob Help says, I love the shape of her lip pucker.
Yeah. These ones are always kind of fun with the Calavera makeup because they've got kind of like this, not kind of.
Seattle Steve would buy it as like right now.
What's? Oh, okay. Well, as it is. Well,
Yep.
hell, I'm done.
All right, Steve,
Yes.
we'll send you the
Man, I
PayPal
get to
money
go out
request, and,
tonight.
it
Yes.
will be 4.5.
Oh. If you are interested in the original painting, we are taking names down for the originals. Always, if you'd like to contact us at jasminetoad@aol.com is the best email for that. I don't know, Matt's put it up in the chat room or whatever.
I'm looking at the shape of the elephant
Mhm.
painting. I think that'll be a canvas cutie that Nintendo.
Probably. I've got to crop it into a square, so we'll be losing part of the elephant's ear. Again, just look at it. Make a square, look at it, see where that square can go.
That's why I'm eyeballing
Yep.
it. I was thinking
That's how you can tell if it's canvas cutie. If it's there's 2 faces in it and one of the faces is half cut off, then no, it won't be. But that one, I'd say she's over there. She's gonna lose a lot of her hair probably, and the elephant's ear is going to be there. Because if you look at the shortest side, that would basically be the delineation where we would have to make a rectangle into a square. Simple proportions. But yeah, sometimes people ask me to do a canvas cutie of like a painting that's 4 inches wide and 25 inches long, and like that would be like a close-up of one of her knees. I mean, it doesn't.
He was asking about the elephant that's not in the room.
Aha!
So if the elephant that's in the room got together with the
600-pound gorilla?
what would happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that like immovable object?
I think they'd like circus peanuts.
Irresistible.
Oh, sorry.
Ew, they're probably the ones that make circus peanuts.
Probably. That's who they're for. Imaginary jungle animals. Yeah.
Cinnamon hearts, lemon heads, and atomic hot balls. I have problems with sour. I'm not a sour candy guy.
I don't get that.
But I liked, what did I have that was sour candy that I was like, oh, this is pretty good because the sour goes away quickly?
I don't know.
Children
Was
were
it something the
giving them
kids
to
had? Was it like at cousin camp or something?
It was something they had in the
Okay.
van that's probably all over the van. Up to the sides.
Probably.
And I'm
That's
telling
probably
you,
some
traveling with kids across the country, cleaning up the sticky. off the sides. Well, you're gonna have an art show.
Yeah.
You can't have.
That's why we don't have kids. We just borrow nieces and nephews
Yeah,
from time
but
to
you know
time.
what? Those car wives do. Elephant pin would be cute. Yeah, people were saying.
That'd be a cute one. Yeah, that could be.
Was it a Sour Patch Kid? We had those
You
in New
had some
York.
of those when we were in New York
Those
because
weren't-
the
those actually
hotel
weren't that
folks
bad,
brought those up
because
and Lexi was
Because
having
I know
them.
that even you're right, Blob. The commercial for it's like first they're sour, then they're sweet. So it goes away pretty quickly. But I can't have something that's sour.
I can. I would prefer that to
Ugh.
sweet, really. I can't
don't
eat too
get
much
it.
sweets. Just kind of.
It must taste salty.
I don't have a sweet tooth. I like salty candies, like the salted licorice fish things, or any sort of
Yeah.
salted. I like salted black licorice. It's some good candy.
Oh.
I like some 1800s candy, man.
It's
I
like-
like
If you ask
the weird
if you
bitter
ask,
candies.
Raceland Jared
Uh-huh.
what candy he'd like, that's what he'd say.
Well, there you go.
Karaman would be like, what?
Karaman's like circus peanuts.
Karaman would not like circus peanuts.
Oh, he would too.
He would not.
Why?
Tika might, not him.
Ah.
When I was a kid, I rinsed off the sour off a Sour Patch. Good for you, that Nintendo guy. Gotta scrub those children. Filthy children.
Filthy children.
Oh man, remember how grubby Theo used to get?
Oh, hey, people might know him now.
Oh. Yeah,
He's also a
people
teenager and
I think
probably watches
some people
Twitch.
met Theo at the show.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's not grubby now. This
Oh,
was when he
so
was a baby.
This is cool, guys. Theo came to Dragon Con to kind of help
nephew.
us out.
Yeah.
He loves the game Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
And he played 12 sets or whatever. where
Yes, in the
basically, you
tournament.
open these random packs of Magic cards.
They don't let you use your own pack.
Right,
Yeah.
and you play with what you get. He won.
He was
12 out of
undefeated.
12.
Yep.
So
Undefeated.
he won the
And
competition.
he was a kid, too. I mean, he's 15.
Yeah, but he eats,
Yeah.
breathes, and sleeps. He has his 10,000 hours in Magic.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
We have Parma Violets there. They're my favorite. Do we have Parma Violets, Jasmine?
I don't know. I don't know enough about violets. I mean, I know a decent amount about violets.
Is that candy or flowers?
I think they're talking about a candy.
Oh, okay.
I was going to talk about African violets and just start talking about flowers, but to be fair, there are some in this painting. But I have not had Parma violets. Are they British? The candies? I like. I've had different
Like Parma
violet.
Parmesan
No, I've had violet pastilles.
Oh,
The
those are
little
great.
the little hard
I'm gonna sneeze,
candies that are
guys.
violet.
Hold on.
Those are British too, aren't they? Gesundheit.
Yes.
I like the lavender pastilles too. Those are good. I like odd flavored candies, not the
Oh, the little
usual.
match girl would make it.
She has a
Or
painting.
not a painting pen.
Yeah, okay. Oh, a pen.
Yeah, Lily was saying that.
Yeah.
I would chase sweet tarts with pixie sweet.
Oh God, my teeth hurt just thinking about that.
You're talking about chasing it like it's.
Gotta knock
Yeah,
a
it's
couple
like, oh,
back.
man.
Yeah, hard day at the office. Gonna get some pixie sticks.
So yeah, that's a thing. Okay, we're talking about a lot of the hard candy. The things that I am not as fond of that a lot of people are sugar, just plain sugar-based candies.
I know a lot of the
like
ones
pixie
you're talking
sticks.
about. Yeah,
It is.
Pixie
but those
sticks
are the
are
ones
just
that
sugar.
I like
Sugar
chocolate-based ones. a lot.
pigment. Yeah, that's what I mean. I like candies that are more like food, like a almonds and raisins and
Are
chocolate
those the
thing or
chocolate? Oh, you know
coconut.
what is fun though that is sugar-based is Fun Dips.
Ugh.
Also,
Lick-a-maid.
Lick-a-maid.
Oh God.
oh man, Fun Dips are fun because it's
I
a kit.
don't. I can't. There's something about them that's like chalkboard and teeth.
Oh, I love it. They come in a little
I
kit.
like, baby.
So much fun.
Yeah.
But
Oh, and that awful little thing they give you, like to stick in them, and you can eat it, but it's
maple
kind of
berry
made
is a
out
pen.
of
That would be
gypsum
nice.
board. Yeah, maple. I've had things made out of maple sugar, but to me sometimes sugar just tastes like sugar to me. I don't have a big
Blackjack,
sweet tooth.
licorice, and clove gum.
Oh, I had those. Yeah,
They
Used to
brought
get
it back,
blackjack.
apparently.
blackjack
Hey,
gum.
That's
like black
United States
licorice.
people in major cities. There is a chain of. They're usually in touristy areas. There is a chain of candy stores called Rocket Fizz.
Oh yeah,
I would definitely recommend it if you think that the candy that had
that
as
you
a kid
grew up
doesn't exist
with.
anymore,
You're like,
they
does
might
it
have
still
it.
exist? They might have it. They get a lot of regional candies, and they put them all in one big candy store called Rocket Fizz. And they do the same with soda pop. So they've got like hundreds, if not thousands, of individual bottles of
And
soda pop.
Local people are
yeah.
Rocket Fizz that I know of is at Winter Park.
Winter Park.
And they also have another. There is another candy store down in Winter Park too. You may want to support the other candy store because I think they're more mom and pop.
I don't know.
Rocket Fizz is a chain.
Yeah, because
But
they've done
they
that.
don't seem much like a chain. They have a lot of neat. Besides that, they have a lot of neat old-timey postcards, and I love Pop Rocks. Bit of honey's good too. Ooh, orange slices are so gross. You have to agree to disagree on that one. Oh, I hate them. You like those, Jasmine?
Orange slices. You know, I don't like those, but I like. There was a Haribo or something like Haribo that had grapefruit slices that were genuinely sour, and they were actually made out of grapefruits, and those were.
Those are
pretty good.
probably different.
Yeah.
The ones
They
that
were
are
good
just,
though.
I know what.
I know
Jasmine's talking
Brock's. The lady who used to live across the street from us. Her uncle worked for Brock's, so she always had all those Brock's candies, like bags of them, and she would have those orange slices.
Steve's talking about candy necklaces. I just remember snapping those at hurt.
It's just,
And that
again,
I swear
it
you
just
could
tastes like sugar. Ugh.
choke somebody with that little string.
Probably been done.
Mallow cups are good. As far as candy bars go, a good peanut one.
I like
is
Vosges. They make
Payday.
good ones.
Oh,
Oh, Manny, did you not take
you
the
know what?
phone
It's
off
still
the
ringing. I
hook?
did put it in there. I guess it rings from this side. Never had it ring before.
Okay, it's gonna be like my dad or something.
I'll
Oh,
deal with it.
no, that's okay.
Well, otherwise your answer is gonna go.
Okay. Hang up. We get dozens of hang up calls a day. That's usually why I like to hide the phone.
Well, we only get the one.
Yeah. I guess so. We all got to hear it though. I hear music. Oh, is that because your earphones are off?
Must be.
I can hear. You can hear the music.
I don't have my earphones in.
I hear the classical music.
Oh yeah, Brock's. They were local to Kansas City, weren't they?
But I was saying the lady who lived across the street from us when we were little, she always had candy. I don't know if they were like factory seconds or what, but she'd have them like in these big unmarked bags, and that were the candies that you'd see at like the by the pound things at Brock's.
Yeah. Well, I like Whitman's sampler. That's a nice one to give on
I suppose.
Valentine's.
I like.
Well, we like
I like,
Vosges.
I like
Jasmine and
Vosges.
I've kind of-
I've got
I mean,
some
sadly,
snooty chocolate taste.
we've turned into snobs
Yeah.
as far
No,
as
I
chocolate
mean,
goes.
they'll have mushroom bars that have mushrooms in them. They're tasty. They are strange flavors.
But of course, we love the Bounty
Bounty's good. That's coconut.
because
Coconut is good.
It is superior to also, which I love. I think
It's superior to an almond joy.
Mounds.
Yeah, or Mounds. Yeah.
Oh, candy corn's great. Yeah, I love candy corn.
Getting to be about that time of year, isn't it?
Yep.
I'll start putting some color in here just so I remember where I want these colors to be. So I'm going to put some pink and purple kind of near the bottom of her hair. She's got kind of an ombre thing the statue does, like how I've got red at the bottom and it turns black at the top. Hers starts off pink, gets to purple, and then becomes blackish blue at the top. Very unnatural fairy colored hair. Pretty great. And this will in the end stand out a lot against the background. Since I want the background to have flowers, but I want it to be kind of gray. I don't want to overwhelm the character that I'm painting with too much color in the background, because then you start looking at the background instead of the primary figure. So I'm just taking some magenta, and I'm going to get some dioxazine purple. First try. Put a bit of that on there. I'll mix that with the magenta, and then I'll just turn it straight purple, and then turn it to dark at the top. Just mixing this with water, and I'm going right on top of where I had previously put the dark shades of her hair, like how I had the curls drawn in there, and I put some shadows under it earlier in the broadcast.
I like when you add color.
Yeah. I usually like to because I know people like watching that on the internet, so I usually try to do that. But when it just times out that I already finished one painting and I've got to start on another one, it starts off kind of boring. But I will be working on this one again in person at the Kansas City Renaissance Festival, and we will be there this coming Sunday, or the coming weekend, and then the subsequent weekend. So that means that we will not be on Twitch for the next 2 weekends because we will be in a Renaissance fair, which doesn't even let you show your phone, let alone broadcast live on Twitch. It would not be keeping with the 1500 era that we are supposed to be living in when we're there. But we will be back on Twitch on October 6th, I believe.
But please bring your phones.
Yes, you can bring your phones all you want.
You can pretend you're time travelers.
Yeah, people do. Yes. Now, for people working there and people doing painting demonstrations there, we're not allowed to have things like video cameras and, computers. They kind of ruin the fun, really, for the workers.
There were some people dressed as Star Trek.
Yes.
A few years ago.
I've seen that a couple times. I've seen Doctor Who people.
I saw it
there
on
a lot
Mr.
too.
Show originally.
Home Movies has that too.
Oh,
and also in The Simpsons, don't they do that?
I don't.
I think it's something people do. Yeah, they dress up as if they're from the future.
Oh, the Red Fair is fun, Shayla. You'd love it.
Yeah, but I will be there in Kansas City at my booth there for next Saturday, next Sunday, and then the next Saturday and the next Sunday.
Breaking
so
character is a big no-no for some people. If you're specifically a paid actor,
yeah,
you can't. If you're a vendor, you have to talk about the product you have.
Yeah,
there's not really a character. It's just keep it.
I'm a vendor. I'm a craftsman.
Yes. Oh, and they have cool craftsmen. They have people doing bronze work and
oh yeah, metal working and
old-timey things.
Yeah, they've got like blacksmiths and all sorts of stuff there.
People up spinning yarn, or whatever they do with that.
Telling tales.
Telling tales and spinning yarn. Yes, you could wear your maiden dress there.
Oh yeah, yeah. People dress up. Not only I have to dress up. I've got to wear like a corset.
Shayla, you already have a British accent, so you don't have to.
Yes, you don't have to put. You can giggle at all the fake British accents that the people who work there have.
Yeah, I want some sort of fake American thing going on in Britain so I can hear
yeah, I don't know.
Shaylee says she knows someone whose hair looks just like the painting.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a good look if you can get it, man.
Wood carvings and the glass blowing guy. Oh, all those are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and there's a heckler sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Throw tomatoes at him.
Yeah. Put some red at the bottom. Even though I don't want her hair to be red, I want to make a bigger differentiation between the magenta and the purple. And they're looking too similar to me now. So I'm going to get some vat orange. I'm going to mix it with my magenta, and I will put that on some of the lower curls here. It's funny, I probably won't work on this one again, or not much again, until next weekend, because I want to make sure I have a painting that I can work on for my scheduled painting demonstration hours at the Renaissance Fair next weekend and the weekend after. Otherwise, I'll show up and I'm like, I already finished. Sorry, guys. Probably this week I'll be working on my next Disney paintings, and I have not gotten my official contracts on those, so I can't tell you what they are, but should be exciting, as always. There'll be Disney pieces that will be debuting at the International Festival of the Arts at Epcot.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's a fun show.
And what are we gonna do, Jasmine?
I don't know.
We're going to bring
a jacket. Yes,
Yes.
I'll bring a jacket, so I don't teeth chatter at people and scare them away.
Would you ever do one of the Florida Ren Fairs, like Tampa?
I've done the Sarasota Medieval Fair before because they let me come in as a guest. With a Ren Fair like Tampa that goes on for 2 months, I'm not even in the same country for 2 months in a row. I can't.
We have to get someone to run it for us.
The reason I can do the Kansas City one is I own that building, and my sister and her family work for me full time, and they are working in that building, and I just can fly in for a couple of weekends. Other Ren Fairs, I would need somebody to be a full-time worker. I would have to purchase the building. Sometimes they only come up for sale every 5 years, so probably not anytime soon. I think a lot of people don't know how the Ren Fairs work sometimes. It's like buying a house somewhere. It's like, hey, can you come here? It's no, you can't just fly in and start signing stuff. You gotta buy a building, get a mortgage, pay utilities and taxes, all that. Have people who are working in it nonstop for 2 months.
And all the
It's
regulations.
a
fire
lot of
extinguishers.
regulations. Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
in Tampa, you need a tent. Tent set up.
Yeah, they have
to make
tents, I
sure
guess,
it's a
in
good
Tampa.
tent.
Yeah. Yeah, the Run Fair in Kansas is the one that's a lot of the Run Fairs though they're deeded property, just like buying a house
Right.
anywhere.
So yeah, Kansas City is.
It's like saying, "Would you open a
Permanent.
restaurant here?"
So yeah, I know that Tampa. I would say that the Tampa Run Fair is very comparable to Kansas City one.
It doesn't have permanent structures.
But it does, yeah. but
It's
it doesn't
people have
permanent
tents
structures.
at it instead of houses.
Wonderful tents. Really nice tents though.
Yeah, some of them are really cool tents.
So they just don't. They've never claimed that space as a permanent.
Yeah,
Right behind the Museum of
like if I
Science and
wanted to go to
Industry.
my house at the Kansas City Run Fair in the middle of the winter, it's there still. No matter what, the whole town is there. It just hides in the woods.
And Shaylee can bring us some vegetarian sauce.
Yeah,
Bounty bars and vegetarian
I
sauces.
can live off that.
Yeah. What's that?
I can live off that. I kind of do. Oh, this is how good this is showing up. This is turning out pretty cool as far as the colors go. So we've got kind of the reddish magenta color, and that's turning into what will be purple, and then her hair itself will be dark. Yeah, I'm gonna work on her skin tone a bit. Right now everything looks like that kind of brown gray gesso I have, but I want her to have a natural skin tone, so I'm gonna put some orange and brown and some more shading around her eyes. I'm basing her face off of an earlier painting I did that was just a close-up portrait. This is a printout of it, part of my Milagros series. And if you look, her face has a lot of face paint on it, much like her here. I've changed the design. I want to put flowers on it instead of skeletons on this one. But her face paint stops around her eyes, so you can see her natural skin tone coming through her eye holes here. So it's almost like a mask. And like her neck, I'm not going to paint that. So I want the part inside her eyes here, not the pink circles, but her actual eyes, eyelashes, the eyelids, etc., and her arms and hands and what chest of her that you can see. I want that to be all the same contiguous tone. So I'm gonna get some quinacridone nickel azo gold. Did we get some more of that in the mail, Matt, the other day? Quinacridone nickel azo. It's over there by the big easel.
We should. I'm not sure if that was
Is that not on the list? Because I thought it was on the list. Okay. I might have one more then. No? They're right outside. Darn it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Background, cobalt blue. Okay.
Let me add that on the list real quick because this is one I need and I don't see it there. I can check over in my cabinet. Sorry guys, this is boring.
I can only plan this footage stuff
Yeah.
so much. Steve said, "Wait, isn't that your hair?"
A little bit. Yeah, mine is kind of red and turns
Put a
into
bunch
black.
of makeup on and sit on the skull.
And tan. Well, I can
We do.
try
That's how we
to-
roll.
Kinda.
Anytime suddenly.
Oh wow.
Actually, maybe after raffle time. Or,
Oh, is it close to raffle time?
yeah, we got like a minute.
Okay. Yeah, after we do the raffle, and this will be for the big calendar. So I'm gonna
Yep.
autopsy this here and get what paint I can get out of it. I think I do have another bottle of this. It's probably in my big painting cabinet by the
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. I need some.
Well, I can check. Let me know. I'll try to get some as soon as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
But this raffle will be for the large wall calendar. And I will autograph both these calendars we've been giving away in the pin too. This is the Alice and Dolly Dream is on the front. And the inside has many different types of paintings. A lot of them with dragons. About half of them have dragons. This one's got a unicorn. This one's got skeletons. This one's got crayfish. It's a pretty good calendar. probably my favorite one we've done so far.
I think it's.
Yeah,
I
think
love
it's
that
the
your
best one.
logo's so nice.
Yeah, I know. They actually put my logo on it, and it's got my name on it, and it has my name like on the back. Sometimes they're like, forget to put my name on it or
I
something.
think
But yeah.
what they do is they understand branding.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, somebody will be winning that like in a minute or something. So if you're part of the raffle, you'll be included in that. And Matt will let you know if you win. Oh, there's a magic noise. That is from your phone.
Phones.
Magic
They
phone.
make the world go round.
Yeah, it is something.
I stopped there.
Yeah. I'm taking some of that.
So,
Oh.
Nikki won.
Oh, Nikki! Congratulations, Nikki!
I have
You
not
got a
seen her
calendar.
really chatting in the room, but
Yeah. At least we know how
as
to
if she
contact
doesn't get
them.
enough
Yeah.
packages from
I was gonna say that's busy. A busy
I
time
will,
for Nikki. Yeah.
let me put the little message in there.
Aw. Well, at least we know how
And
to
if
track her
Nikki's not
down
in
if
the
she
room,
does the right tip.
I was
so,
gonna say
yeah.
Nikki's.
Easy to catch.
Catch you outside.
None of. Oh my god.
I just learned about
No,
that
let's
whole
not.
thing.
No. Yeah, that's what happens if you hang out with nieces and nephews.
Oh
too
my
long.
gosh,
Start
they teach
telling
me
you
a
about
bunch of
YouTube
horrible
junk.
internet
Yeah.
Stuff that I didn't want to learn.
Like, I didn't want to know about that. Now I know why. So I'm taking that nickel azo gold, and I'm going over the areas that are actually her skin tone. Not that she's going to have like bright orangey skin, but it's going to make a distinction between the areas that I just haven't colored in as far as her makeup goes, and which parts are actually going to be flesh tone. She'll have kind of a warm undertone to her skin. I want her to have brown skin because it's Mexico, and there you go. I want her to kind of look like this character here. And that will also make a higher contrast between her face makeup. That's going to be very high contrast, white, black, and pink, and orange, and whatever colors I end up doing. I want to make sure the skin around her eyes, like her eyelashes and her eyelids and everything, kind of match her arms, because this isn't one where I've put makeup on her arms, although I have done that with some of them. Yeah, and some of these we did, just had like the painted little skeleton bones on their arms too. But on her, I'm just going to keep her arms look normal, regular skin.
Yeah, both look really cool.
Yeah. I think having makeup on your arms sounds really annoying. It
Oh,
seems
it
like
does.
I
Like,
would get,
just-
I can
just for
barely put
one
makeup
day.
on my face, I just get it on everything. Of course, I usually have paint all over me anyways. So I'm just kind of brushing that nickel azo gold all over arms and areas of her face that aren't going to have makeup. Now too, you'll start be able to see that there's going to be a more distinct kind of pink ring, kind of like in this portrait study I did earlier, around her eyes. So that doesn't look like she's got a big pie crust around her eye. It's actually going to be makeup on there. Well, it's got like a fluted sort of pinking shears outline on it. I don't want it to look like it's a hole in her face. I want it to look like there's makeup on top of it. Also, too, since she's going to have darker skin, she'll have the white makeup. Oh, thank you. And her white makeup will show up, and you'll see the skull at the bottom. I will be putting kind of a lighter ivory kind of tone on. And that will make your heart happy, your eyes happy, because you see two holes in a face there with a white makeup on, and that will match the two holes in the skull at the bottom. And even if you didn't notice there was a skull, you'll kind of know it's there because your brain likes to see human faces and things. And faces look like skulls because they're on top of them. I'm going to let this dry for a second. I'm going to run up, get some of the red stuff off my fingers, and I'm going to look for that nickel azo gold while I'm up. And that can entertain you with
I don't know what
some
do you guys
smooth
want to talk
sounds
about?
of the 70s.
We're talking about the sounds of the 70s. No, I'm not allowed to. We were talking about who never won it. Raffle, now we're talking about who did win. So, how does it feel to win a raffle? Some of you guys have won multiple. I still think that's weird. So, I think we're talking about often when I think of raffles, I think about cakewalks. And I think I've mentioned this before. Does anybody remember the cakewalks? Like if you went to school carnival and you do a cakewalk? Those are really weird. Yeah, cakewalks. Yeah, it's kind of like a bit like musical chairs, isn't it? I'm trying to remember how it worked exactly. Were there numbers under our feet? I forget how it worked. I'm trying to think. Do we still do cakewalks? They're fun because you get cake. You buy a ticket, and like family often they're usually baked cakes, and then you just I remember like a whole table of cakes. And then you would go home with that cake and number matched. Yay! I want a cake. Cake is real. Okay, Kieran has one. Surprising. Jasmine, do you remember cakewalks? Yeah, I always remember having a cake and I'm like, well, what do I do with this now, you know? Ate it.
I had one that was awful. It was a mint chocolate.
Oh, it wasn't very tasty?
The green frosting on the outside was so weird. My dad tried to get rid of it by putting boiling water on it and putting it in a garbage disposal, and it wouldn't even melt.
So awful.
Yeah.
Throw it like it's a 1920s silent movie. Last cakewalk I did, I couldn't get frosting out of my shoe. Ha ha ha, Steve. Yeah, Jasmine, if you can get a kitty, people are horribles right there. What's that? Oh, don't get the pins. Put those back. They usually don't mess with them. They're good kitties.
Yeah.
You like Alice in Wonderland, a cake. I'll let myself eat.
There we go. Here's this giant baby. Oh my good girl.
Then I'll drink the cake.
Camera.
I have 3 other siblings, and we all won one. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you go home with 2.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because all the families made cakes.
That was.
Did anyone ever go home with a cake?
No. The one that we got that was the weird mint one was actually from Price Chopper. It had a label on it. And it had Andy's mints on top of it.
Oh.
And we ate those, but we couldn't eat the frosting. The frosting was awful.
Ate all the Andy's mints.
Yes. Well, and the frosting was like really thick toothpaste. It was like toothpaste. It was mint green.
Brownies. Did they bring cupcake cakes?
Probably. Don't tell Jen.
Okay.
Here's Gammy. Here's Gamma. Look, she's being lovey-dovey. Oh, she's not bitey at all.
I gave her 2 very sweet kisses this
She
morning.
just gave me a
didn't bite
kiss.
me either time.
She just turned around and gave me a kiss just now.
Aww, that's
Baby.
sweet.
Yeah, see? They're not always bitey. You gonna sit on my lap, honey cat? You gonna go? You gonna go?
Scratch.
I won't. I'm putting my arms off to the side. Hey, you're just gonna lumber around. Don't try to jump on my shoulder, honey. Oh, okay.
Come
Sometimes she tries to climb on my shoulder and she's
Come here,
like
puppy.
10 times as big as my shoulder. So, good.
Yeah, I've also maybe a thing of cake pops. Ooh, I like cake pops.
But Gina made some cake pops, I remember. She had like a little kit.
Those are so good. I like the cake pops at Starbucks. That's the only time I've really had them.
You had
Maybe
those ones?
Chi-Chi's.
When I had them, yeah, I was gonna say my sister made some. That's when I've had them. I don't get to Starbucks very often.
I might get myself a coffee though.
Is it because you were talking about Starbucks?
Probably, and I'm also sleeping. I can't figure out why.
We were both sleeping. We weren't even up all that late.
up that late.
No.
I watched that movie, The Witch, and
Yeah.
which is not a bad movie, by the way.
Which is a good movie.
The
Sorry.
Witch.
Oh, that's a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah, made in 2015.
I thought it was 2016.
I think it was.
Okay.
It could be 2015. I was on the fence about ordering the glow-in-the-dark sugar skulls from Hamilton, but watching this convinced me, and
Oh,
I may have also ordered the teacups.
oh, the teacups are so cute.
Oh, cool.
Ah, I love so many people had the teacups when we were at Disney and this last night and the weekend before because the Pop Gallery has them. They don't often get the statues in, but they've got them in stock now and they are adorable. Those are, I don't know, did I show this earlier? I had it printed out. I always have like these printed out pictures with vague ideas of showing people stuff, but Hamilton would be happy to hear that they're doing good. Here are the teacup ones. They are basically my Dia de Muertos fairies, a handful of different characters, but they are in little teacups, almost like it's a teacup ride at Disney, sort of. But they're themed to different types of tea. There's one that's named Jasmine for Jasmine tea. It's not named for me. There are how many different Hamilton things are named after me, kind of, or are named Jasmine?
I don't know.
I don't name them usually. It's usually people at Hamilton. I think they think it's funny or like an inside joke, but they're like, "This one's we need a bunch of names. How about Queen Jasmine?" I know. That's what I mean. It's funny.
They're very proud to have.
There are excellent people there. In my team, I have a team of a handful of people who are working there who do a lot of the sculpting and the computer stuff that I don't know how to do, and they do a wonderful job.
Kay Herman says, I took my nephew to see Scary Stories
Tell in the Dark.
Tell in the Dark.
Did he like it?
His first horror movie. From what I saw, it was good. Had to leave because he started crying and wanted to go.
Oh, well, maybe they were scary. I did not see that one. I certainly read all the books. I think that was one that was suitable for kids to go see, though, right? I think it was like rated. I think it was like PG-13
I don't know,
or
but
something.
It got pretty decent.
It did.
I wanted to see it because I like anthologies.
Yeah. One of those other
Queen
ones.
Jasmine is a cute one. I have that one over there.
Yeah.
But I also love The Witches. We're talking about The Witch. The Witches from 1990.
Roald Dahl?
Yeah, the Roald Dahl movie.
Oh, I was thinking the book, but yes, the movie's good too. The movie's good. It's got
It's a pretty good
adaptation of it. It is.
But the ending is very different.
The ending is very different. I like the ending in the book better.
I love the ending in the book.
I think it is very clever.
Too bittersweet.
Not Hollywood enough.
For Hollywood.
Yeah, probably, but yeah, but it has a truth to it that is kind of nice. I don't know. But the movie is very well done. Angelica Houston's great in it. What's that?
I love all the artwork in the Roald Dahl books.
Oh, those are all good.
Yeah. That's a fantastic book if you haven't read it, and it's a kids' book, so you can breeze right through it.
Everybody can read it. Yeah.
I think I have all the Roald Dahl books that are kids' books.
Yeah, I know you do. You've got a set that a whole bunch of them.
It's a cute little set. I'm sure that a lot of people have that same set at their house.
People usually don't know his books that are for his nonfiction about the war and his books for adults.
I don't think I don't like war.
Oh, he also has like some detective books that he wrote and stuff
That
too.
might be alright.
Yeah, there's a character named Jasmine in one. She's a prostitute, though.
It has a different ending in the book. Definitely need to check that out.
Yeah,
the movie.
the movie. Yeah, the movie.
Seen,
yeah, I've seen the movie. It's good, but yeah.
The caveat is, I feel that the ending is.
The ending in the book is better.
But definitely,
even though sad,
has Angelica Houston in it.
Yeah.
She's great.
Exactly.
Steve says your chair looks like my dad's raggedy Naugahyde Arca lounger.
Yeah, that's basically what this is. Yeah, I know. Well, it still works.
Now wild Nagas are an endangered species.
Yes, poor Naugahyde. Everybody's killed. I think a lot of Nagas were killed in the 70s. But yeah, as long as it still works as a chair, I'm not a sort of person who would buy another one. It's kind of how I go with cars also. If you know me, you're like, hey, Jasmine does all right. How come our cars are always horrible? It's like, oh, it still works. And that we're with pants also. I have terrible jeans I've been wearing since I was in 5th grade. I am not very good at switching things out just for looking at them. Put some more shadow.
I want to watch that, which is.
Oh, that's a good movie.
That little kid actor went on to do it. I always
The
think
little
about
boy in
that
that
about
one?
kid
Oh.
actors. Did a really
Well,
good job.
yeah, he was a good actor. I am. It's like we were talking about The Witch, the movie that you watched yesterday. The little kids in it did such a good job.
The actors did such a good job.
Yeah. And when there's a movie and it has kids in it and the kids are really hammy or bad actors, that can ruin it for me, but they did a good job in that one.
And I think also the even though I'm not a Split wasn't I don't feel the best movie. The girl that's both in The Witch and Split, I forget her name right now. I think she.
Oh, the actress that's in.
A
Yeah.
decent actress in both. I think she's
Oh,
actually
she's a good
very
actress,
good
yeah.
actress. I hope to see from her because she's like only 23.
Oh, she'll probably
Scary
see
Stories
that.
illustrations were haunting in such a beautiful
I
way.
loved those.
Yeah, Jasmine was just showing.
I was
more of
going
those.
on and on about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have not seen the film of it, but I know that a lot of the scenes in it are based off of the original, the black and white monochromatic illustrations from the books. Scarecrow one.
I don't think her name's Margaret Hamill.
Who?
I don't think the actress is. That might have been the wife in it.
The mom?
Or yeah, I don't know. I thought the kids in
That's
the horror
that's
film,
Margaret
Mama
Hamilton is
did
in
it.
The Wizard of Oz, isn't she? The Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz. Or wait, what's her name?
I don't know. I don't know who Steve's talking about.
I could be wrong, but isn't the Wicked Witch in the original 1939 Wizard of Oz? Isn't her, the
We're
actress?
not talking about the Wicked Witch.
Okay,
We're
yeah.
talking about
The
the
movie.
Witch.
There's a movie called The. No, it might. I might be off topic
You
too, but I
said
think.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Katie Dickey, maybe that's her name. I don't know. But anyway,
But no,
she's-
the
it's
movie
same actress that was
The
both in
Witch.
Split and in The Witch.
The M Night Shyamalan movie.
Yes, whoever
Split,
is in both of those.
and the sequel to it that was called Glass. It's all up there somewhere.
It said she was in Miami on her IMDb page, but she had a really good
She was.
sort of Scottish
You mean
accent.
born in Miami, or
What was that?
born in Miami? You mean?
Yeah, born in Miami. But I thought she did a her accent, whatever accent that is.
It's called a Puritan accent.
early
Maddie.
Puritan American accent.
Yeah. Yeah, she did
And those
in the
twins
movie
in it
The
were
Witch.
great
And the
too.
little Coupos are adorable.
Yeah, I like those guys. But yeah,
And Black Phillip just steals
it's
the
The
show.
Witch. It
That's
does
what
not
you got.
it's not a family movie or anything. It's a horror movie. So
Even though a lot of people in it are children,
yeah, the family's in it.
it doesn't really have anything that a kid couldn't see.
Yeah, look at the reviews
like-
in the description.
Yeah,
before you watch such a
you
thing.
use
I wouldn't
your own
wanna-
judgment,
I
but-
don't recommend horror movies lightly because people have different sort of things going on in their head, whether they're scare the tar out of them or not.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
not a
find
fan
it
of
threatening
like.
at all. Personally,
I'm not a fan of slasher type movies, and this is not that sort of
yeah,
horror movie.
it's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you watched it. I
Yeah,
saw it years ago, and I thought it was.
I felt like a horror movie. It'd been a while since I saw one. Scared me. I'm still trying to think of the last horror movie that did.
Well, you said you didn't want to watch Hereditary again.
It's Hereditary.
You said
isn't
it bothered
scary,
you.
That's
Is that? I think it's a grown-up say that they're afraid of something.
no.
Okay.
Because I can say there's movies that bother me that aren't in the horror genre at all. They just
Okay.
bother me. Watch
Well,
them.
most movies bother me. Yeah.
But Hereditary is. Ugh.
I love that movie.
No, it's well done, but
I love
it's
that
not.
movie.
I think it's a good movie. It's not. I don't think it's scary. It's.
No, I don't think it's
It's-
scary. It's not like I watched it and I was afraid of things.
If you like atmospheric horror, watch House of the Devil.
I have not seen that.
I'll give it a shot.
Is it a contemporary movie?
Remember when Poltergeist was rated PG? They changed it to R then. There's an actress whose name is Emmy Hunter, and it makes my husband laugh. Trying to think of why that's funny.
I don't know. Is it age appropriate?
Hunting and I don't know.
Oh, because they're an actor and they wanted an Emmy?
Oh,
It's like Oscar
I see that
Oscar
now.
winner, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oscar winner.
Sorry.
Uh,
I like puns.
Movie
I'm
history?
awful.
a movie
We're making
called
we're
Movie
making
History?
movie
We're
history.
making movie history.
Yeah.
Check out Escape Room. That was really.
I didn't see that one.
No,
You know,
I'll check
actually,
that
that was on the list on Rotten Tomatoes. That
I
was
will
one of
check
the
it
ones
out
that was
then.
higher up. So it wasn't high up on the list, but it was on the list.
Made recently, but meant to look like it was made in the '80s.
Oh, okay.
That is the House of the Devil.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Oh yeah, the Poltergeist was it was creepy because You know, like it made you afraid of like a home. Kind of like how the Amityville Horror was. Your house is haunted and it's filled with all these portals and things. We're talking about Poltergeist.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember.
Yeah, that
I
that's a
didn't.
bit
I
bothersome.
didn't see Poltergeist until I was a little bit older of a kid, and it was after the little girl had died, and it was after,
Aw.
and Dominique Dunn, the older sister, had gotten murdered by a stalker.
That was in the
yes,
first film.
yes.
She was the one who died. It's like that. Apparently that.
A couple of
movie
the people in it
franchise
had died,
first.
and I had heard about that, and I'd kind of processed that before I saw the movie, so I kind of lumped that in with it, and that made me feel weirder about it when I was a kid.
In the second movie, that creepy preacher's creepy. God is in his holy temple.
I don't remember the second one very good. Which is the one that's got the train, the H.R. Giger train? Is that the second one?
It's either the second or the third one. It's not
Okay.
the first one.
Okay.
Might have been. It might be the second one because I remember specifically there was a guy who had H.R. Giger special effects all over him,
Yeah.
and when he did his little smile, it was kind of
Oh. Okay.
Gigery is a word.
I had
Also Giger-esque will work.
Giger-esque. I'd say Giger-ish with the ISCH.
I don't.
German because
Nah,
he's Swiss, but
Giger-ish doesn't
okay.
work.
Alright. But I remember I had to memorize the medium, the psychic medium that is in the first Poltergeist movie.
Dunn is sister of Griffin Dunn from American Werewolf in London.
Yes, and her uncle is Dominic Dunn, who is obviously the famous socialite sort of tattler writer for different magazines. He has all those Hollywood true story things and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But no, that,
Dunn.
and I think she's Joan Didion's niece, right?
Giger train is species.
Oh, that's species. Oh, you're right. That is species. Sorry. I was a little kid when those came out, and I didn't
Has
see
a
those.
Giger train?
I think it is. Or is it the second species? Are there two of those?
Why would species have that? That's not
Why would Poltergeist have it? But there is one of those Giger trains is in one of them movies, so I promise you. But I was a kid then, I didn't really know what, and I didn't see them all the way through. I'd only see like parts of them. They were on some friend's television or someplace I was being babysat at or whatever. But yeah, both the girls in that and the Poltergeist were dead by the time I saw it, and that among other things creeped me out about it. But the movie itself isn't all that scary. Except for maybe the part when I was little in the backyard when the graves of the natives who had been buried there were like coming out of the pool and stuff. That was kind of scary.
Trying to remember. That
Well, Giger did do some of the
But
concept
why
art
would
for it.
there be
With Natasha,
isn't that a ghost train though? Why would that be
I-
species, which is sci-fi?
I think both. Well, first of all, I think both of those were made by the same studio.
Oh wow! If you look up Giger's ghost train and on Google, there's some cool stuff, guys.
Yeah. Well, he has a real. He did have. I don't know. It's still there in his house that he had in Switzerland.
I haven't seen
He had
Species
the-
forever.
He
so
had the
forgive
actual
me.
train. It was a real train that was like in his yard because you know all the cool people have trains in their backyard. So he had it as a train that he could ride on in like a Walt Disney kind of way.
Hmm.
True.
I don't know. Anyway, he liked trains. Walt Disney did, and Salvador Dali did,
I
and
like
Jasmine likes trains too.
I'm a train nut.
I like
it
trains.
Makes you crazy, apparently.
Your nephew liked trains so much that he almost destroyed a Barnes & Noble twice.
Yep, that's what people do when they like trains too much. Sometimes.
He called them geekies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope Theo's watching
Well, I don't
this.
know.
so he's
To be
getting
fair,
embarrassed.
his stepfather and his younger brothers like trains a lot too.
Yeah, and his grandpa worked on a train.
And his great grandpa. Yeah,
Yep.
we come from a railroad family here.
My
Slash
family
farming.
sold snake oil, but probably transported it on one of
Via
your family's
rail.
trains.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And you think I'm joking about the snake oil?
No, it's not just
True.
a colorful backstory, folks. It's a true thing.
Yes. My family is from snake oil.
Hey, my family were aerialists. in the circus.
They probably
they probably were at
got
some of the same circuses.
We were making fake cures for things like Pete's Dragon, and you guys were doing flips like Robin's family from Batman and Robin.
Basically, yeah.
All the best.
So we're
movies have
basically
trains in them.
carnies. That's what we're trying to say. Now let's go to the Renaissance Fair for a few weeks.
All the best movies have trains in them. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of my favorite movies that have trains. I don't remember one in The Shining.
Is there one in The Shining?
I don't remember one in Fight Club. Maybe American Psycho.
The subway.
Subway.
Show me a Brad Easton Ellis book that doesn't talk about the F train or something.
Yeah, I mean,
or the M train.
There's probably even Subway and Fight Club.
Yeah, probably. I think there is.
I don't remember.
Let's check Belniak, but yeah.
No, I was thinking of
Oh.
Brett Easton Ellis that doesn't have. I mean,
That doesn't mention taking a train from New York to somewhere or somewhere within New York. Name a Brad Easton Ellis book that does not.
Book or movie?
I don't know. I don't know how much of the books are always in the movies.
Yeah, because I would say that
any of that, like something that takes place in Los Angeles would be. Yeah, I gotcha.
Certainly wouldn't.
That's true. But within the book, he talks about New York in it, and then he talks about people taking the F train or the M train.
Certainly in the book, Less Than Zero's not the same as that movie.
No, it's like the witches,
but I buy
man.
some of your artwork. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me put up the shop
How about
here.
my website? Yeah, you can buy this all you like. Putting some red and some magenta and some other darker tones on her skin here, and also I'm putting some lighter bits not to make her skin tone lighter, but to make it look more three-dimensional. So I'm putting some Titan buff
You're dead at
on her
75
shoulder.
viewers.
Oh, right.
We have about a little over a half hour
Oh.
more of broadcast. And also, for those of you who are, it's a confirmation bias about trains. That's cute.
I like that one.
No, but
I like you.
I know what you mean. Trains are cool.
I like them.
Oh,
I know where you're going, man.
There's a good train scene
That's what
in
you're doing
the
in the
movie
car.
Dreamscape, where the main protagonist is trying to save the president's life. Dennis Quaid. He's trying to save Oliver from.
I don't
Teenagers.
remember that
I'm trying
movie
to remember
very
his
good.
name.
John. Oh wait, no.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, that's a good train scene.
Oh wait.
When is the Renaissance Fair in?
Well, it's right
It's
now.
currently going
It's
for
happening.
the next
Actually, it's
4
happening
weeks?
as I'm painting this. It is still happening for another hour.
Yeah.
But
Hop on over there.
it goes on for about 2 months. I will be there in person
I got
next
a link.
weekend, and I will be in there person the subsequent week. So, what is that? 21, 22nd, 28th, and 29th?
Yeah.
So Saturday and Sunday, starting next Saturday. But my shop is there all the time. And I've got family members that are running that, and they've got my artwork and stuff there. So even if you're there on a day I'm not there, you can go there and see my stuff. But I will be working on this painting that you're seeing me paint right now. This year they've asked me to do an actual painting demonstration during scheduled hours, so if people want to show up at a specific time. And that's on that link that Matt's probably posting to. I will be there at the Ren Fair with my easel actually working, so you can watch me while I'm painting. And I will be doing that once or twice a day, I think, for each of those days. But please don't ask me to sign things when I'm painting, because I don't want to get paint on your prints, and they've asked me not to do that, because sometimes I get paint on a print, and it's the only print we have, and then what do?
I would love to see Jasmine's take on Stitch.
I would, too. That's one of the ones on my request list with Disney, so cross your fingers. It's up to Disney which characters I get to do, but I get to provide them with a list of different characters that I would like to paint, and Lilo and Stitch have been on it for 10 years or something, so we'll see. I think a lot of it has to do with how many other pieces of new artwork they're debuting that year, that month, at merchandise stores, galleries. I don't know how they decide. But they come back and they say, this one and this one, but not this one, this one, and this one.
Bailey says a good train movie is Darjeeling Limited.
Oh, that's a great
Really
movie.
love that. Only
I
watched it for the
love
first time
that.
last year. Yeah, I love it.
That's a great movie.
Have you seen Carnival Row yet?
No,
Amazon Prime series with great fairies.
Oh, it's a series? Oh, no, I have not seen that.
It's been super nice so far out at the Renaissance Festival. So
Oh,
Herman.
excellent.
Yay! We're hoping for nice weather.
Yeah. Again, Kansas City, this time of year, it can be really hot outside, and then sometimes by the end of the festival, it will be snowing, so...
And Queen Tree says, great, then we have your fingerprint too, lol.
Yeah, that's the thing. Some people are like, oh, that's fine. And some people are like, I need another one. You got paint on this one. So it's like, okay, we don't have another one. Let's give you your money back. What's called the credit card company. You know, it turns into a weird thing. So I'm not doing autographing while I'm painting, but I'm doing scheduled autographing time and scheduled painting time, just so nobody gets weird.
Jasmine,
Yeah.
you got this question here.
All right. What is it?
Does Disney ever ask for revisions on art you have sent them for approval?
Yeah. Yeah, not as often as you would think, but when it does happen, it happens. With when I painted it depends how many departments the company I think are involved. Like with Ray and BB-8, that was the most revisions I did for anything. I spent 13 months on that painting. I had other paintings going on in the meantime, but they had me move her hand probably 6 times. I had a whole different background. I had Puzzlewood Forest and photos from England because that's where it was filmed, and they're like, no, let's put her in the desert. So I had to do a desert background and just repaint the whole thing, and then I had to change how she was holding something, and a lot of that. No, I think their revisions were for the better, and they probably had more to do with her in character, and they wanted to make sure her outfit matched the scene she's in the movie and all that. So yes, they do, but not after I send them the painting. Since I work in acrylic paints on wood, I take a picture usually, or I take a scan, like on my scanner of my painting I'm working on. I email it to Disney, and they say, you need to change this, this, and this. Or they say, oh, that looks great. And then I say, okay, I varnish it. I mail it to them. They make the prints. They sell all the stuff. I just do the paintings. So they do, but not because of personal decisions I've made so much as them trying to keep it on in character and to keep it to the style sheets and the guidelines that they have.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
She mentioned Rain BB-8 that appeared on the slideshow.
Oh, wow. Whisper technology, man.
Yes, and that's
Sorry.
sequential technology.
Yeah.
Jasmine is literally magic.
I am. Oh, thank you, Shayla.
Okay, so other people are saying Carnival Row is good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I always like hearing, recommendations from people. Not that I listen to them all the time, but she's doing it pretty good. You can start to see. That's what I'm talking about, like on her shoulder. I was putting a bunch of yellow in there, not because I want her shoulder to look yellow, but it's going to look closer to the camera, as if it's not just a weird lump in her neck.
Right,
it's going to look like a shoulder.
You really explained that well with
Yeah.
the piece that you did recently.
Oh, man. Was it here
I
in
forget
Twitch?
what it was,
Yeah.
but you did a good job explaining.
Oh. Good to know. I kind of just
When I
keep
think
talking
of,
until
it's funny
someone
when I
shuts
think
me
of
up.
layers and layered art.
Mhm.
I forget what their name is, but they do those really, really amazing. I want to call them. I don't know what to call them. Sculptures, maybe. But it's kind of like paint, and they just like keep layering, and then you look down and it looks like there's fish.
I know what you're talking about. There's a handful of people that do that. It's some sort of clear acrylic that people use. It's not an epoxy. What is it? I can't remember. If you search, but yeah, it's layers of. It's more of a craft. I mean, it's definitely artistic for sure, but it's kind of a thing that people do, and they usually put them in like little wine glasses or little cups or something, and you do a layer, and it's almost like weaving, but doing it with, you can do it with glass also. People do that with glass blowing, but yeah, people do it with clear acrylic often, not paint, but like plastic. But yeah, if you can find that,
I don't know.
I don't know what
how
the
to
term
Google
is
that.
for that. Yeah, but yeah, layered acrylic. It's usually a fish or something in water, or plants that are in water. But it's one of those things that you always see, like a big ad on Pinterest or whatever. It's like, hey, click on this.
I
This
think I
artist
found it.
is making crazy things what look like fishies, and you're supposed to click on it and clickbaity stuff. And they're very cute. They're very cute and very neat looking. And some of them are way better than others. You can see the knockoff ones are like, eh. But the original ones are
Okay,
very impressive.
yeah, this is crazy.
What's
was
it?
it? The Daily Mail. Let's see if I can...
They're a reputable source, I've heard.
No, but I just found it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's so cool. If you Google layered art fish,
Layered art fish.
you will see some things, and they'll look like they're real fish.
Yeah.
Those are a painting.
But yeah, they're kind of it's almost like a sculpture because you take different types of
Ryosuke
plastic.
Fukahori.
That might be him. Yeah, I know he's Japanese.
Yeah.
Well, his name is
I'd
Japanese.
say-
Yeah, but I know
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
he's
he's
going
actually in Japan.
Let me see if I can find his website.
I don't know if he has one. But again, since then I've seen like some dollar store quality
Aren't
knockoffs.
elusive
Again, you
artists
can find dollar
wonderful?
store
Yeah.
knockoffs of mine. But what's that?
Said, aren't elusive artists wonderful?
Yeah.
Oh, I put in RIU and it pops him up. He must be the dude.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this guy's incredible.
Yeah.
So,
No, especially he does the ones that and like part of the fishies like pop up over the surface. I'm putting some even darker bits in her eyes. I put some Van Dyke Brown and Dioxazine Purple and a bit of that turquoise that I have, and that will make. I make my own black paints. I still haven't used my Absolute 3.0 black paint I got from the Kickstarter. I'll let you know how that goes, but you can see now her pupils are darker than the kind of black that is on her hair that's starting to look kind of purpley. But she's starting to look more three-dimensional. Yeah.
paints them in the little sake boxes.
Yeah, those little wooden boxes that you have drinks out of.
That have the nice joinery on the side.
Yes. You have to, otherwise it would leak.
Well, I mean, it's meant to show the joinery.
Yeah.
Because it's cool.
Joints.
Whatever.
Using some of that Dioxazine Purple mixed with the Van Dyke Brown and using that on her eyelashes too, but I say I'm mixing it with water, but that's because I'm sticking it in my mouth. I'm sorry, that's probably gross.
Do you
But
know Curtis Rajkovic? Or Rajkovic?
God, it sounds familiar.
I'll see if you. Looks like a pop surreal.
Is he a painter or a sculptor?
He
Is he a sculptor? Does he do white on white
He's a
kind of
painter.
sculptors? Okay.
I don't know this.
I might know him online. Sometimes I know people online and I don't know
Yeah,
what name they go by, but I might know
don't
him.
know.
I might do. Are they here in Florida? Are they British or?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. No, I might do. Again, if it's you, Curtis, if you're asking,
It's
I
not.
might know you. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I know people and I don't know I know them, and I'm like, oh wait, I see you all the time, and it's somebody I know. I don't ever want to sound like a jerk. I'm a visual person, not a name person.
I honestly,
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know their artwork person.
Okay. They say they know me.
Looking for Blob Help says looking forward to the moment Black 3.0 comes out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I've got the. Excuse me, gotta move them off right here.
Curtis is in Nevada.
Nevada. Oh, anyways, I've got Black 3.0. Oh, Nevada. Like, I might know them from Las Vegas. I've done some shows there. Black 3.0. I have some, and I haven't tried it yet. One of these, maybe next time when we're back here, October 6th, I think I'll be back in Florida, and I'll be doing Twitch. I can try it out, and I can let you know my honest feedback about it. I won't tell Honey Shakura about it. But...
Lady Una lives in New Mexico and loves a sugar.
Oh, we were just talking about the first time I think I debuted them at a gallery was in Albuquerque at the Stranger Factory Gallery in New Mexico. Wasn't that the first time I did? Like the one I was just showing you guys.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, the original. This is just a printout, but the painting I did of it was one that we had at the Stranger Factory Gallery in Albuquerque. Which is funny because I bought a bunch of Milagros there. They've got a really cool market outside the mission. I bought a bunch of the little charms. Tighten buff, and I'm gonna put that on her shoulder too. And that's gonna knock that up a bit so you know that her shoulder is closer to you than her back is, and it won't look like again, I don't want it to look like a weird lump. I want it to look like, hey, that's her shoulder, because she's kind of sitting like this and her shoulder is closer to you, and that will show up better. Now, if you were to look at it, you'd think, oh, that now her shoulder is actually closer than her face is. So eventually I'm going to be adding more Titan buff and some white into her makeup because if she's shaped kind of like me, if she's putting her hands on like this, her nose is going to be popping out a little bit closer. So I will want to be putting some more high tones on her forehead, probably her cheekbones, on her nose, and to a lesser extent, maybe her chin, because those tend to be the areas that will project on a human face. If you're gonna do one of those things where you have a skull and you're gonna measure how much clay you're gonna put on it to reconstruct it, that's what you're doing when you're building your face.
What color are the wings going to be?
They're gonna be black and white. She's based off of the painting, or the concept art that I'd done for the sculpture, and she's this one here. So again, I should have looked up it's a butterfly. I don't think that it even has a colloquial name, a vernacular name. It has a Latin name, but I should look it up so I can say it again. And it's a black and white butterfly wing that has little pink dots on it. And the sculpture that we did based on her was based off of that butterfly. And the original concept art, again, this is the computerized one that they did for the adverts in the test market, but it has veins kind of like a monarch or something like that, but it is black and white, and I think that will kind of tie into the black and white makeup she's wearing. That will go with having a skull, black holes in the eyes, white skull bones, and then eventually I want to put some flowers around the edges in the background that are kind of gray and monochromatic. So she'll look very colorful, very forward, and in the background we'll have kind of gray flowers, and then her wings will be solid, very high contrast black and white, and that will really make it pop. So I see it in my head at least. This is the one I've talked about a few times. I'll be working on this one as my demonstration.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, I'll be working on this. Oh, you're asking as if one would do.
That.
Hey, if I were going to be at the Ren Fair, what would I be working on? But yes, I do have scheduled times at the Ren Fair. I will be painting live. If you'd like to come watch me paint, you can watch me paint in real life, and you can talk to me in real life, not on the computer, but you can come to the Renaissance Festival in Kansas City next Saturday, next Sunday, and then the subsequent Saturday and Sunday I'll be there in person. And I'm probably not going to work on this one much at all, or maybe even a little bit during the week, so I'll have stuff to work on for the next 2 weekends, and I'll be working on her.
Jasmine, I know about the balloon festival there in Mexico.
Oh, that always looks so pretty.
Yes, it is world famous.
It is.
Well, I have a love for hot air balloons.
We get a lot of I say this like we would say about red-shouldered hawks or something, but we get a lot of balloons outside our house in the morning.
One whapped our tree once.
Yeah, one whapped our backyard tree by our garage here.
We never trim.
Yeah, no crepe myrtle, but no, our crepe myrtle tree got hit by a hot air balloon. Not bad, just sort of moved it around a little bit, but. Orlando likes their hot air balloons. A lot of it's to kind of, hey, let's look at Disney World from above sort of stuff. But I remember for a long time, back before the internet, New Mexico with the trip kits, they would call them, from AAA. They would give you a little booklet about every state. We'd do a lot of road trips driving through different states and looking at them, and the one for New Mexico always had the hot air balloon festival on it.
Lady Una had one lane apartment.
I don't know how much navigation is involved with hot air balloons, but I think it's mostly up and down, and you just kind of catch the wind, and it takes you wherever.
Yeah, where the office is and where I work, where
our shipping and distribution center is. We said a million times it's in Reunion, Florida.
Also, frame shop.
In our frame shop.
I don't know what they call it over there. It's not Jasmine's paint studio.
It's not my paint studio, but it's where I keep my non-painting stuff at Matt's house. Yes.
Nearly, I don't know, at least a few.
Yeah, and they get up early, man. And the cats will hear it, and they'll go up to the window like there's a big giant kitty cat hissing at them, and they're like, "What the hell is that?" And they're looking out there, and it's a big balloon.
Well, Gammy probably thinks it is another cat.
Probably kick it too. I don't know.
Back it if she could.
Yeah, I bet she would.
Did a hot air balloon ride in Napa Valley.
Oh, I bet that's a pretty place to do that.
I bet you had wine.
Yeah.
I want to take a train around Napa Valley.
Oh, I know they have those little wine trains you can go on. I'd
I
like
wonder
to
if they
do
have a
that.
train.
They do. Can you ride on it? Yes, we can.
I also,
Hey, they have one in Missouri
bike
that does
ride
that.
is a common thing to do, I hear, in
Oh.
France. Bike wine, bike wine, bike
You
wine.
know, I've met some people. It's funny. They were from South Africa, but they were in France when I was there, and I was staying in we were doing an art retreat thing in France, and they just stopped by they're like, can we have a picnic in your yard? And they're like, yeah, we don't care. And they were doing a bike thing where they're going like from vineyard to vineyard, and they were from South Africa, just wanting French wines, even though they have lots of wines in South Africa. You know, I guess they're slightly different.
There were South African Publix the other day,
Oh.
and they were in the wine section.
Ah, yeah.
And they were trying to figure out which wine. They got I forget what the name of that wine is, but it looked like a old timey and a guy's in jail.
Oh, Big House?
Not Big House.
Oh, okay. A different old timey one where it
Like
goes in
it's
jail.
crimes.
Are they the ones that's like mugshots on the front?
Mugshots, yeah.
Okay, I don't remember what those ones are called.
Yeah, but they
Oh, that's
they got
funny.
a bunch of that
Ah.
because they were talking about wines that South Africa.
Well,
wanted to try some
I've been to
American
South
wines.
Africa, and we went by a vineyard that was the one that Napoleon, of course, living in France and or Corsica, or depending on what time it was, Alba maybe, but he had been ordering wine from there back, hundreds of years ago from South Africa, even though he lived in France.
19 crimes.
19 crimes. Are those the ones with the mugshots on them?
Oh, you know what? I think they're doing that. I think they're doing that. Augmented reality too.
Are they? That is a popular thing with wine bottles, man.
Oh yeah, you do it with your iPhone or your smartphone, and you get the 19 crimes app. I'll get that. I want to see what that looks like. I know they did that with some zombies, right?
Yeah, they have like Walking Dead ones, and I think they did a Game of Thrones one too.
Augmented, like you need to augment your reality more when you have wine.
I was gonna say,
Was that the
isn't that
wine
like
or
the
was that
slogan
my
of it?
iPhone? I don't know. Did they do the hot air balloon christening afterwards? Like, smash it?
Oh, like with like how you do on a boat?
Did they do that?
I don't know. It seems like it might pop a hole in it.
Evil Brina says I used to live in Napa Valley and during pickings.
Oh.
Nice. Sounds nice.
I've had friends who have gone through Europe doing like hey, we're gonna pay you money to pick grapes, and you can kind of, if you're like a student and you're backpacking and you got your Euro ticket, and it's a way you can kind of make money as a migrant picker for a while. I'm gonna show her eyes real quick. I put a little bit of highlights on her eyelids and the lower part of her irises, just so that I'm keeping up with some of the brighter parts. Again, like I said, I like to usually have the most contrast in a painting, the highest value tones, both high and low, and the highest saturated tones, usually around the face or near the face. If it's a portrait style painting that I want people, the first thing to see is the face. So already by doing that, you're like, oh, now the eye starts to look wet, starts to look alive. Even though it's nowhere near being done, you can already kind of tell by looking at it. There's her shoulder, there's her eye. You can tell what's closer to you than what's the other stuff. And you're not even worried about the gray flowers in the background. Those will just be, details I can add later when I'm doing my painting demonstration at the Renaissance Festival. But in the meantime, you can see how she's turning on. And you can tell it's a skull, even though it's not going to show the whole skull. If you can see this much of something, your face will see it and say, oh, wow, that's a skull. Don't know if you've noticed, Mandy, but the painting in front of you, the black hole one, you see all the faces in the clothing?
Oh, yes, yes.
There's
Yeah,
a
I saw
handful
that,
of them there. I swear I find another one every time. But if you see anything that has like 3 dark spots together in general, human eyes will look at it.
Screen blind, but yeah.
Yeah. If you things are like that, anyways. It's like when you have your phone outside and it tries to find a face on things, like. Even if it's a tree, there are like 3 holes by each other. It will say, oh, here's a face, and Facebook will try to recommend it's like one of your friends or your auntie or something like that. But human beings, when they look at something, they're trying to find a face. So even if you put a little hint of it, I don't want to paint the whole skull, really. I just want it to be kind of there. And that's going to be, people say, oh, it's a fairy on a skull. And they can tell right away. Also, I'm going to put, I don't know how well this shows up. On her outfit, I want it to kind of match the outfit that we did for the character in the sculpture. So she's got like a kind of a flouncy skirt. not quite a square dancing skirt, but something along those lines, like a 360 circle skirt that's got a really cute pattern, maybe more swing dancey with the cute little skeletons and things. And I'm gonna be working on that as far as fabric goes. Fabric's always kind of fun to paint.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it's, you know, what are you comparing it to? I used to work at Dairy Queen. It's better than working at Dairy Queen.
So, I think it's funny when you're somewhere in Britain and they call a sample a specimen.
Yes, I do.
Because that's to American ears, that sounds very scientific.
It does.
Like,
It sounds like something you'd have to give a doctor's office or part of a snail that you have to look at a slide
bring the
in
specimen.
biology class
Yes,
or
Dr.
something.
Frankenstein.
It's funny because sometimes companies that do merchandising will say that too. It's probably if they're international or if they deal in Europe or Asia. They'll say, "We've sent you a specimen. Please approve it." I'm like, "Yes, I'll approve your specimen." I don't know.
It's just, we would say sample.
Yeah, sample. Although sample, if you think about it, the way that Americans use sample, often it means it's something that's free too. Like you go to the grocery store and they got samples of cheese. Yay! You know,
Yeah, we're
something.
talking about wine sample.
Yeah, wine sample. Oh, wow. There you go.
Ricky says we have wine festivals here against the little tasters of wine in supermarkets.
Oh.
Only time of year I enjoy food shopping. And I said samples? Is it? Yeah, that's a word. I said, or do they call them specimens?
In Europe, they probably call them specimen.
I don't know.
Or either.
Hey, you know one word that I very much agree with? French is painters.
Painters, yes. Painting.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite words.
I like painter.
Also means I'm probably at the Louvre.
Yeah.
Trader Joe does wine samples.
Yeah, they
Not
do
when I'm there.
here.
Oh wait, no.
No, they do in Missouri. Wait, no.
They do here.
They do here? I've not. I
Wine samples.
love going to the grocery store, but man, I never get to. I would go like a year without going to the grocery store sometimes. It's
Haley says
sad.
free samples is where I go to Costco. I hear ya.
Ah,
Costco is fun.
they got Costco in England too?
Apparently.
I haven't been to one there. Oh, I'd love to go to a Costco in
Ian says we
England.
call them
Shoot.
tasters.
Tasters, okay. Yeah, like I mean, like suffrages and things. They call them tastings or tasters or
Tasters.
something. Yeah.
A taster here would be the individual who's tasting something.
Yeah. It would be the active pronoun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than noun in which to partake.
Yeah. State of noun. Ooh, this purple's looking pretty.
Hi, Blind Coyote. Said, hey, yo.
Oh, hey-o.
There,
I put some purple
white
on there. Turning out pretty good. The purple's looking pretty bright, but I want it to look pretty bright. I might
they have
even
one on the edge
amp
of
that up a
Bristol.
bit. What's
They're
that?
the dock ones.
Oh.
Costco.
Costco's tend to be, yeah, they always tend to be, it's like Ikea's. They kind of put them on the outskirts of towns usually. Or across the street from us as in Kansas.
So, Wine Coyote Art asks, how did the America's Mart treat you guys at DragonCon this year?
As far as I can tell, it was really good. I think it helped a lot with crowd control and lines and stuff like that. So we're gonna plan on doing that next year because
I would say 99% of the things were improvements.
Yes, the problems that we had previously, mostly being down in a corner in the art show and traffic-wise, having to have lines of people when there's just two of us sitting at a table was kind of crazy. Having a big 30-foot booth and having multiple employees and having me there at specific times to sign things different than when people are buying stuff.
It was a lot easier to properly manage it.
Yes, and I think we annoyed less people around us, like as far as lines. Not that everybody's been a good sport about it always,
because
but
I can
yeah.
work that pin line
Mm-hmm.
in such a way that it hardly bothers another booth. And
Yeah.
I know that when we were overlapping the booth a bit, they got a few sales.
Yeah, well, I would rather overlapping be helping people as opposed to hindering people. So I'm trying to be a good neighbor. So that's
these are wise words right here.
Yeah.
If you are an artist and you do shows or you plan to do shows, do not make enemies of your neighbor ever. We have.
I never have done, no.
But
I always strive to avoid that.
I
So
promise you, make friends with them and do not do anything. Like to mess up your sales.
Share your electricity with them. If they need to plug in your phone, let them plug in your phone. You might have to do the same thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and or if something does go south, say you're sorry. You know?
Yes.
So, there you go.
No, the way
I'll
you're saying that, it
always
makes it
maintain
sound like that's why we were having problems, but it wasn't.
No,
No.
I'm just thinking.
No. You're thinking
I
of
was
good
thinking about
etiquette.
the line.
Yeah, but we have in the past when we've been in the corner in the basement, and again that was
Oh,
part
I
of the
miss
fire.
my neighbors down there.
Yeah, I know. I miss a
everyone
lot of
down
our
there.
art friends down there, but when we were in the basement in the corner, it became they considered a fire hazard if that many people were together and there wasn't a proper exit or whatever.
Oh, I heard the same thing, Blind Coyote.
What's that?
That's great to hear. I was in the art show, and it was
Oh.
a vast improvement from past years with the management.
Oh,
from what I
okay.
can tell. I'll definitely be back next year. Yeah, I heard good things there too.
Well, I know the people who are running the American Smart area are the same people doing the art show now, so it's kind of funny. It's a weird year to switch, but we've been wanting to get up there for a long
Yeah,
time just to
I
spread
thought-
out a bit, because we usually bring so much stuff, but we have to put a little bit out at a time. This way we're able to put everything out. And
I felt
think it
very
worked out
welcomed by them.
good. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
they're
Tracy's
doing, I think
good,
they're doing a
great
good
to
job.
work with.
Yes.
Yeah, she's
I
a
think
sweetie.
she's lovely. Yeah.
I called her a few times. and
Yeah, we always have dumb questions, or not dumb questions, but first time you're doing something you don't know how to.
I don't mind. I that's the thing is I don't think I have too much pride in asking dumb questions.
No, that's yeah.
I really don't.
That's one of the things. If you want to be good at anything, just resign yourself to asking dumb questions, and then you'll be helped out a lot.
Yeah, we've already signed up for next year.
Yep. So we'll be up in the. Do you know if we'll be on the same floor or whatever? Or
I did not. I asked them if I needed to mention any other places to move because it said alternate places, and they said no, you'll probably be where you're at.
Okay.
So I didn't.
So theoretically, we'll tell y'all when
Yes,
we know.
in theory,
but,
we should be at the same place. I'm crossing my fingers because I like it. I'm sure everybody else likes it.
Yeah.
They don't have to try to find a vendor that they like. They just go to what they.
Yeah. And well, that was part of the reason that I mean, in a way, I'm glad we were down in the art show for so long because we were in the same spot for over a decade, you know, and people knew to find us there. And now it's like, oh, we've got to find a new place. So I'm like, I hope they don't move us around too much because now people are going to be used to the other place and people. And we'll always tell you. And if anybody ever gets confused, you can always look at my website or my events page on Facebook, and it will always say where I'm at and where my booth number is. You can always find me there. Even just Google it if you don't know. It's usually like the first thing that comes up. Because some folks were like,
People
how
are
come
gonna
you weren't at
definitely
Dragon
prefer
Con this
that
year?
booth.
What's that?
Oh, LuxCon? No, we don't do a LuxCon.
I'd like to do a LuxCon, but we're always
LuxCon is like-
we're always in the UK. when
All our
LuxCon
friends are
is
there. We
happening.
do Spectrum Fantastic.
Yeah, I do.
Art. It's a lot of
Spectrum
same
Fantastic
folks.
is yeah, that's the best, the closest I think I can do to LXCon. LXCon it looks amazing, but it's 5 days and a day for setup and a day to take care.
Yeah.
And we're always in England during that time, so it's like I'd have to fly from England to come get my stuff in Florida and then go up to Pennsylvania, and it doesn't really make sense for us to do. But it looks like I might go for fun sometime and buy stuff because I collect a lot of artwork. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I
Maybe
sometimes
to
spend a
see
lot of money on
Saturday.
it. Yeah. What's that?
To see you Saturday.
Oh, see you Saturday.
Bring pens.
Yes, yes. And watch me paint this more at the Run Fair. Yeah, I'm starting to put some more shading on the white part of her face makeup.
It doesn't help that the town it's in doesn't have an airport or train/bus.
Yeah, and if you're
I've
coming,
heard that.
it's in Allentown, right? Isn't it Allentown,
Um,
Pennsylvania? I think.
Allentown.
I think so.
I think like that song by. It's in
Probably.
Reading.
Oh, it's in Reading. Okay.
Wait, Reading doesn't have a train station. I'm having my brain.
Monopoly, man.
My brain
No.
is having a issue with that.
Well, to be fair, we just went
The
to
Reading
we
Railroad?
went to the Reading Railroad in England earlier this year.
Yeah,
Didn't
it does
we?
not compute.
Yeah, no, we went to Reading in the UK, and they had a lovely train. But no, I know what you're talking about. Monopoly, you'd think of it.
Yeah.
But you know, that was in the golden age of rail travel, and we ain't exactly in that here in America. So I don't know.
Have to fly into Philly? I don't know where.
I think you do.
don't
I think you
know.
fly into Philadelphia, and I think you could. I think you have to bus or
I would just
drive.
there.
Yeah, you can. I don't drive, and if I'm coming from England and I've got to somehow
you'll-
come, I'd have to go from England to Florida, get stuff enough to fill up a big booth and put it in suitcases, or I don't know what I would do. It looks
not.
fun. Yeah, I know. And then it's 5 days, and it's most of it is limited to a 300 people.
Yeah,
So
they're not selling these
yeah,
things.
it looks fun to go to. but-
Rent a car for $50 or Uber for.
Yeah, rent a car. Oh, okay, how do you Uber a 30-foot booth with all your
I
artwork
would
in it from
drive.
England? Yeah, but I would have to come from England to Florida to get my stuff. How would my artwork be there?
I don't know.
Uber?
When is the Lux go?
Internet?
Oh. Well, maybe it just does the timing's not right.
Yeah,
That's what it comes
but
to.
I'd like to
But
go.
yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go there for fun sometime?
Yeah, I might just go there for fun and
We
fly out
can
and
give our artists
probably
friends
buy
funds
stuff.
or something.
Yeah, I've got some friends that I buy artwork from. And
I'd probably
I can
feel
do
like
that.
I'd need to. So Jasmine, show us what's the last
Oh,
prize.
last prize is talk about Dragon Con. Little Dragon Con, baby Dragon Con dragon. Doo-doo-doo. He's one of our little fellows we had at Dragon Con. We gave him away, but we have a few more. I always make some extras in case they like mess up the colors or one gets stepped on or something. But here he is.
Another
he's a
second or two.
cutie. Huh? Yeah, if
There
you
are a
haven't
few
already
new,
entered.
there are a
this
few
one.
new people in the room.
Yeah, if you haven't, just hit exclamation point raffle. Whoever wins, email us. Y'all don't always email us, and we're like, well, we don't know who won. You know, Pink Panther 75 won. Who knows who that is? I don't know what their name is. I don't know how to contact them. But email us if you are the winner and tell us your address, and we will mail it to you anywhere in the world
Okay.
for free.
A couple more people entered, so I will go ahead
Okay.
and draw that then.
All right.
There we go, Jajoki Mom.
Jajoki Mom!
And I think
Yay!
you've won before.
Awesome! Well, that's cool. Now you've won again. It is random, so theoretically the same person could win 100 times in a row. Better luck than winning the lottery.
Oh, way better.
Everything was.
This was, yeah, I was
You're
gonna
more
say,
likely to
this
get
was
struck by
lottery.
lightning
I'd
3
get in there,
times,
too.
so yeah. But here's how she's looking. More interesting than when she started. If you're just joining us, you can always look in our Twitch archives. I think they hold it for 2 months. If not, you can look me up on YouTube. I'm just Jasmine Beckett up there because my last name is too long to fit there. So Jasmine Beckett with 1 T. Yes, my name is actually Jasmine Becket-Griffith, but YouTube's like too many letters, so I'm Jasmine Beckett up there. And we keep all our archives up there for years, forever, as far as I know. I don't know, ask YouTube. But you can see how I started on this one, sketched it out and all that earlier. And I will be bringing this painting with me to the Kansas City Renaissance Festival at my lovely 2-story gallery there next weekend. I'll be there Saturday and
And
Sunday.
if I'm not
and then the
sleeping or
subsequent
hanging out with
weekend,
my nieces and
Saturday
nephews,
and
I'll say
Sunday.
hi too.
Yeah, so the next 2 weekends in a row, I will be there at the Ren Fair. Part of the time I will be painting, and part of the time I will be autographing. And the details of that are on my event page and my website. And you can come watch me paint in real life. I don't know if it's as exciting. Less cats, but there's like sword fighting and stuff, so that's kind of fun. You can get beer there.
There is beer and meat and
The crepes and food.
I don't think they serve hard anything.
They do now. Remember, didn't they?
I don't
have,
remember.
They had like vodka shooters
we're
or
not
something.
allowed.
Yeah, the vendors aren't, but no.
They have
Let's see.
vodka shooters?
Yes, remember they had rum tastings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Those-
think
those are
they
like
have a new.
special events or something.
They have,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know. Whatever it is, I don't want people spilling on my paintings, but just, be careful.
Oh, Orlando Bloom is the Carnival Row. I remember seeing
Did we see a preview for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, those are yeah. Cool.
Here she is.
Didn't you watch ASAP? I will. We have and it's Amazon Prime. I think we have Amazon Prime, we have Hulu, and we have Netflix. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much all I need.
Yeah, I was gonna say I watch like a half-hour TV a day, so that's pretty much
Alrighty,
what I
folks.
get. But
We are going
Oh,
to say goodbye.
yes, and I will see a bunch of you in Kansas City in person. You can watch me paint there, and then my next time on Twitch will be October 6th. That will be not this next Sunday, not the one after, but the one after that. I'll be there here, I guess, on Twitch, and I'll be working on something else because I'll probably finish this one at the Renaissance Festival, and then we'll have prints.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Night night.